Samba and Sunshine. It's football, or as they call it, futebol. And trust me, this love story goes way back. It all started in 1884, when a young Brazilian named Charles Miller returned from England aged 21, carrying a pair of footballs and a Hampshire FA rulebook. He was basically the original influencer, bringing back trends from abroad. And just like that one mate who insists you have to try their new obsession, Miller convinced everyone to give this little English sport a go. Spoiler alert, it caught on. The entire nation fell head over boots for the game. And fast forward a few decades, it was time for Brazil to start playing in the World Cup. Then came 1958, the year a 17-year-old kid named Pelé showed up and said, "Don't worry, I got this." Brazil won its first World Cup and respectively put down its mark on the global football stage. From there, Brazil kept adding stars to the jersey. 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, 2002, making it the only country with 5 World Cup titles and the only country to participate in every tournament. Not that they like to brag or anything. Okay, maybe a little. And the style? Pure magic. Jogo bonito, the beautiful game. It became Brazil's signature. Think dazzling footwork, joyful play, and the occasional move that makes you wonder if gravity just took the day off. Today, football isn't just a sport in Brazil. It's part of the national identity. From street games played with anything even slightly round to packed stadiums exploding with colour and noise, Brazil lives and breathes football. So, the next time you see that iconic yellow jersey, just remember, it all started with one guy, 2 footballs, and a nation ready to fall in love.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside the superstar. Missed him is Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in the upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing, plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. Yes, good morning to you, Gabs. Lovely to see you.
Good morning, Andrew. Let's go straight to your you went on a little trip, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I went away. Yeah, I went to Mallorca.
Mallorca.
Yeah.
I love Mallorca.
I mean, look out the window now. I'd say it's, well, I can't actually say what I think.
And raining.
Yeah, it's raining. That's what I was going to say. Something
I'm dressed
down.
like I'm in Mallorca, and I come out the hotel and it's raining. I'm just like, okay.
What?
So I'm dressed like I'm in Mallorca.
Oh, yeah. Why is that, by the way?
Because I only walk across the road. They're nice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Really
You like going to the gym.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, it was like 32, 33 over there. We went to see Prodigy. One of the best bands in the world. They are mind blowing. Have you seen them live?
They're amazing.
Oh, turn out.
Oh.
This will wake you up in the morning.
Better than Oasis?
Well, different band to Oasis, if you know what I mean. That no one does what Prodigy do. Put it like that. Okay. I think they are in the conversation of best band in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. They're great.
Toes, haven't you, in a concert?
Yeah, unbelievable. So we went there and we played golf a couple of rounds, and I had a drink or two. I went to a place in where my brain's gone. Magaluf. Is it Magaluf? Magaluf's very close to Mallorca, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we went to Magaluf. It's only 20 minutes from where we were. I haven't been there since I was about 19.
Okay.
And we went to a place called Pirates. Have you heard of that?
No.
And it's imagine like the darts without darts, right?
Okay.
And then lots and lots of tables of either hens or stags.
God.
And then loud music, laser beams, and a little show in front of you. Right? Not that kind of show, not that, but just and then all of a sudden when the show's finished, then it just goes heavy music, alcohol, and then dancing.
Is a Magaloo full of like under 21-year-olds, like kids?
Well, I mean, I wasn't doing any polls there.
No, I'm saying Magaloo's,
how old are you?
Magaloo's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like that. I mean,
I went when I was 18.
Yeah, okay, I went there when I was about 18, 19, yeah. So we went there for that, and then we went straight back into the real world. Yeah,
get out of there, get away from the...
Bit white. But it was great. On the way back yesterday, we had to sit on a tarmac for about an hour with the door open and no aircon on because the box that allows the plane to start up, I don't know the technical name for that, let's call it the starter box on the plane, had broke. And so they couldn't turn the engine on if it was a car. And then they couldn't turn the aircon on. So we had to sit there while this new box was being delivered. Hour. And after about 45 minutes, I said to the wait, any chance we can all have water? Huh? I said, just a few people dying over there. One of those, like women and children.
What airline? Do you want to name them? Or?
Yeah, Jet2 are appalling.
They're normally good, Jet2 as well.
Oh, they?
They
okay.
Are good,
well, okay, well, fair. Well, there you go. There's the balance. You say they're good.
They're normally good, but to be fair, but doesn't that... These travelling problems just put you off sometimes. Sometimes I feel like could pop away for 3 days and I think, the travelling puts me off.
I'll tell you, it's a very good point. You've just reminded me. I'll tell you what did happen right yesterday. So we go to the airport to come home and you've got this like array of like 60, like cashiers, I call it, like cashier number 4, where you got to put your passport and then wait for the little doors to open. And we're queuing up big queues like you're going on a ride to Disney World or something. And my mate went, imagine if the system went down. And we got to the front and the system went down and there were thousands of people there. It was quite frightening, thousands of people there. No one could get through.
You're stranded.
And then what they did, after about 40 minutes, they opened one of these doors, wide enough for one person, stampede.
Yeah.
2 blokes on a desk, stamping passports like that. Boom, boom, boom. Horrific,
that
was.
Just
that was awful.
Travelling in general recently, even Istanbul, on the way back, there's me organised because I heard that the airport's chaos to get through.
Yeah.
Got there 3 hours, 20 minutes before, right? Got to the desk at British Airways.
Bit precise, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, to be precise. Got to the airport that time, got to the desk. I'm looking, I'm like, okay, there's no one there. I'm going to ask someone, just British Airways. They're like, yep. Another woman comes and then she's like, well, they don't like to open sometimes until
too early.
2 hours.
Yeah, everyone knows that, Gab.
Yeah, behave yourself. Then you get there 2 hours and you miss your flight. Got there and I'm just like, come on. Then they stroll over. Everyone's waiting, 100 people waiting, and they're on their computers for 15 minutes and talking, but you can't say anything.
Our producer always just said it's meant to be a no moan zone. Today's show, every show we do. It's a good point. Maybe let's.
Okay, can I just have one more moan?
Well, we should from the next section onwards from now on.
One moan to finish.
Yeah, go on.
For the first time in 6 years, didn't get anything to know about the show.
What?
Got in this morning.
Oh, I see.
Probably the day before.
I noticed that. No running order.
I get an email of running order.
Yeah, nothing.
So just for the bosses out there, no running order. Okay, so I come in this morning and it's like, okay, we're doing this.
We're flying blind.
First time in 6 years.
It's not. They're not that bad behind the glass.
The biggest show on radio.
Yeah.
And
in the world.
Yeah, we haven't got a running order.
Do you know what? It's lucky for them that we're as good as we are.
Exactly.
Because 2 other pilots here, you in the world, you landing at a different airport without us.
Not good enough, mate.
Shall we move on with the show?
Okay.
Okay, right. If you're just waking up, what a night it was at the World Cup. So much going on. So where do we start? We start with Sweden. They completed a 5-1 rout against Tunisia. That was about an hour ago. Isaac and Gyökeres both scoring. Before that, Amad Diallo scored a 90th minute winner for Ivory Coast against Ecuador. And if he had a very, very, very early night, Japan snatched the late equaliser against Netherlands in a 2-2 draw.
Good game.
So much football.
Oh.
So much football. I didn't even mention Germany winning someone. What?
I've loved it.
I was going to ask, who's impressed you the most?
So I've been watching like most of the games over the weekend. Canada. Wow, when I watched them, I was a bit like, okay, they've got a bit, mate.
Yeah.
Jonathan David started. He was poor, missing chances. They brought on Carl Lauren, who was on loan last season at Southampton.
Yeah.
And he come on and scored a great goal, took it well on the turn. But they had a lot of pace and a lot of athleticism.
I think that's going to be key.
Canada, yeah, they did, mate. Even the subs they brought on, I was like, okay, Canada got a bit about them. They're not here to just make the numbers up. They're here to, like, definitely get out of the group.
Yeah.
I thought Mexico were okay. Hard to judge them when South Africa were the worst team I've seen so far.
Yeah.
I think worse than Curacao. That's how bad South Africa were.
Okay.
In that first game. I thought America, very, very good.
Yeah, their passing of football is fantastic.
Pulisic, Balogun, Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, Robinson, they all played well. Giovanni Reina, come on, scored a great goal the outside of his boot. But they look like Canada, Mexico, and America look like, because they're at home, the 90% of the fan base in the stadium, they use that to their advantage.
Counts, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And America looked very good, so that was good news for Pochettino.
Could America win the World Cup?
No.
Okay,
but they will all get out of their groups, 100%.
Yes.
I thought Brazil were average. I went out to watch that on Saturday night with my friends. A lot of Brazil fans out and about in the city centre. Brazil were average. Vinny Jr. was the only one that stood out with that fantastic finish. Casemiro was poor, got booked, got dragged at half-time. Then Fabinho, come on. Casemiro 34, Fabinho 32.
Yeah.
So I've got a little problem in midfield. Wouldn't surprise me if Edison starts next game, the new signing for Manchester United from Atalanta.
Looking forward to seeing him.
And Morocco, probably the team that's impressed me the most so far. They were fantastic.
Well, let's go back to one of them, because believe it or not, this is nuts. Scotland are top of the group. And that group, as you quite rightly said, includes Brazil. And that, in case you didn't hear it on talkSPORT, it sounded a little bit like this.
Gannon Doak, couple of step overs. Low ball in Adams, what a save! Out to McGinn! Deflected in! It's Super John McGinn! It's Scotland's first goal at a World Cup for 28 years!
Yeah, I mean, that was it wasn't the best performance from Scotland, but it doesn't really matter. In fact, it doesn't matter at all, actually. But an important win, really important. They got 3 points.
You know what? Haiti were better than what I thought they'd be. They got Bellegarde from Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
Got Isidore from Sunderland. Obviously, the rest of the players don't play at the highest level, but they were better than what maybe people thought they would be. They're like a lot better than Curacao, a lot better than South Africa. Scotland did their job. They weren't great. John McGinn scores. That's 1 goal in a World Cup for a pub player. And the guy called him a pub player. No goals in the World Cup. Just throw that shit out there.
Yeah.
But Scotland, I just...
What?
Because third place only goes through 8 out of the 12 groups.
Well, would you like a little stat?
Go on him.
According to Football Meets Data, or Data, do you put an R in it?
Data.
You don't? Data.
Data.
That's the way,
Data.
yeah. If Scotland lose both to Morocco and Brazil, a goal difference of -1, so if they lose 1-0 to both, offers an 87.5% chance of progression.
That's the thing. I think they do lose both. But could they have, went and got 2 or 3? Because we said that before the game. Scotland might need to get 2 or 3 against Haiti.
Yeah.
Because of the goal difference. Because Brazil are going to get better as the tournament goes on.
Are they?
Morocco are very good.
I saw the Brazil game, and
I think they'll make changes, mate. I think you got Ryan, you got Hendrick available.
Yeah.
If they make a few changes, I could see them improving. But Morocco are the team that scares me, mate, if you're Scotland.
I agree with that.
Changed their tactics. They played 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Shankland and Che Adams, so they go back to maybe a 5 at the back and try and keep the score down. But must-win game. Could have even equalised at the end. Had a header, Haiti, that went wide. But Scotland probably would be a bit frustrated that they didn't get 2 or 3.
Are they through Scotland in your head?
I don't think so.
You don't think they're going to go through?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think they'll go through?
I'm not sure. I'm 50-50.
Okay.
Because it's only 8 out of the 12 teams, and I look at the goal difference. I think it's still up in the air for Scotland. Yeah.
We've got lots coming up. Jack Whitehole's going to be in the studio a bit later on, but let's start with calls from Scotland fans, shall we? Gabby's unsure as to whether or not you're going to go through. It's early days, but it was the perfect start, not necessarily the perfect amount of goals, but the perfect start. So Scotland fans, my switchboard is clear. Henry at the back has got nothing to do. There's literally nothing to do. So hashtag make Henry work, please. You can have your say by picking up the phone and dialing in. Scotland fans, tell us about your World Cup so far and how far you can go in the competition. 03717 223344. Hashtag make Henry work for once. Would be nice. All I ever see him do is eat croissant, burger. Why is he eating burgers?
Moaned about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Good.
Why are they all eating burgers so early? Where'd they get them from? They're vile people.
Arsenal are right, They're all right.
You've done an impression of yourself.
I know.
03717 223344. Scotland fans, if you dial that number now, you'll be next on National Radio. Coming up, we turn our attention to the back pages and we bring you everything you need to know from the World Cup. Stay tuned. You're listening to the talkSPORT Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and Gabby Agbonlahor.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you pleased for him? 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where you can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy, because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans, because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling everyone how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfred Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, it very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nick was there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there before, and then Jay Heaps, and then myself.
And Paul Marion as well.
I think what Wilfred did, he adapted to the U.S. culture, and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at Villa. He's the boss. He knows what he's doing. When I first got there, it was the first time I had...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. It's 19 minutes past 6. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Just quick, I'm not happy with you lot out there in Radio Land, right? I'm looking at my switchboard now. Only a couple of people have phoned up. Henry's just scoffing away now on a croissant, right? If ever you've listened to radio like I did when I was a kid, and I'd love to be on the radio. Oh, I'd never get through. You'll get through. And also, more importantly, Henry will have to work. So, Scotland fans, don't let me down. Let's go for a full switchboard, just to prove a point.
I see a few people out and about in London, and I'm speaking to them about talkSPORT, or talkSPORT fans, and they're like, "Oh, we want to phone." I said, "Phone in."
Phone in now. You're on.
I was saying to a guy like last Monday, I was like, "Phone in." He's like, "Oh, you think I'll get through?" I'm like, "You'll get through."
You'll get through now.
Come in and have a chat, and get it off your mind.
03717223344. Right, I want a full switchboard. They've never had one at this time in the mornings. Let's prove a point. Right, 4-time champions Germany survived a brief scare to cruise past Curacao in a thumping 7-1 victory in Houston. 6 different players were on the score sheet, with Arsenal's Kai Havertz grabbing a brace. That second goal, by the way.
Yes.
Was it? Not the penalty, the other one. I can't remember if it was the little jink. Oh, what? I mean, he took that so well.
I know. But
I know that.
But it's a big but as well.
I know, but he still took it nicely, didn't he?
I just look at that game and, like I said last week, there will be probably a 10-0, 10-1 in this tournament.
Yeah.
They really will, and they should have been for Germany. But you have to give Curaçao a lot of credit, mate. They have a population of 158,000.
Half time was 1-0.
Unbelievable.
No,
I think that was 3-1, wasn't it, half time?
Was it?
I think so.
What game am I thinking of?
158,000 they've got population. Germany have got 84 million. So you look at that. I think they got like 7 or 8 shots. They scored a goal against them. You got to give Curaçao a lot of credit. Germany done their job, but when you look at that difference, mate, Curaçao to make the first World Cup, to score a goal,
insane.
To score a goal at a World Cup.
Well, it was 1-0. That's what I'm thinking of. It was 1-0.
Yeah. It went 1-1.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when they scored that goal to make it 1-1, imagine the scenes back home for their people.
They had another at 1-0. They had another chance to go 2-1 up as well.
Yeah, amazing for Curaçao, and I really do think there will be someone that scores 10 goals in this World Cup.
Do you?
Because there's some poor teams. That's what's going to happen with this new format.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I don't want to see it.
It might be a little bit too much.
It's not entertaining, it's embarrassing, but I think we will, mate.
Now, with the World Cup fully underway, talkSPORT's Predict 6 is officially live. If you think you have what it takes to play, then our free game for a chance to win £25,000 might be just for you. Just predict 6 outcomes for a shot at £25,000. Head to talksport.com/predict6, and 6 is spelt, it's not the number, by 5 p.m. tonight. That's talksport.com/predict6 for your chance to win 25 grand. But entries close at 5 p.m. tonight, so stop hanging around. T's and C's apply. UK only, 18 plus, 1 entry per customer. Right, time for a very quick coffee break and a look at the back pages with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Quality coffee, quality day.
Just quickly before we say hello to Laura, any news on the Costa black card? Anything happening there? Any movement on that? Still nothing.
Andy, we can't get running order.
Carl,
the coffee, mate.
I know we can't. Carl,
for a lot.
I'm being told that Costa Carl is coming in today. What, to watch the show or with coffee? Okay. Biscottis as well? That'd be nice. Let's say hello to the wonderful Laura Kirk-Francis.
Morning, Laura.
Morning, wonderful Laura.
Morning,
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Are you getting used to the early calls?
No.
Good.
No.
Okay, that will continue, that scenario.
I'm come with messages from Chris Evans. Is that all right?
Yes.
For you, particular. Number one, you've got a sticky out bit of hair that he'd like you to fix. It's on the side of your head.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Now, I know
So Chris Evans having a pop of your hair.
Chris might be listening.
Yeah.
And if Chris would have seen me throughout lockdown, he would know that every time someone went, you need to get your hair cut, I would say no. And that's why I grew it to shoulder length, because I don't have anyone tell me. With all due respect, Christopher Evans, who I admire and love. Where is it?
It's just on your left-hand side above your ear. Just smooth it down a little bit.
There?
Yeah, about there.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Flap it up a bit more.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whatever you fancy.
There you go.
Yeah, that looks
all right.
That looks better.
I'll do it. If Sir Chris Evans has said it, I'll do it. That's fine.
He also had some issues with your pronunciation of a certain band.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I've got some kind of speech impediment, and now we should get HR on.
Is he mocking you?
I think he's mocking me.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you say prodigy?
Not like that.
How do you say it?
I don't know, actually.
Prodigy?
Prodigy, we're saying it.
Is that right? I don't know.
Prodigy.
We all pronounce things differently, though.
Prodigy. No, you're so... Prodigy. You're saying it the same way I'm saying it.
I say bath. You say bath.
Yeah. Can you tell Chris Evans that's no good for me?
Okay.
Let's say it like this. That's no good for me.
Okay.
Sorry, Karen.
I'll run down and...
How'd you get the notes? He walked past and go...
He popped in with the croissants.
Should we go Marky's show out of 10? Should we do that later on?
Right, would you like some back pages?
I'd love some, please.
Okay.
Prodigy, yeah?
Prodigy.
Prod, P-R-O-D. Prodigy.
You do you, mate.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, you try
I can't say it now. Now I'm on the spot. I'm not saying it again. Prodigy.
That's fine.
Prodigy. The Prodigy. Right, okay.
Don't change, Andy. Do you, mate?
What?
Do you?
I'm going to just thank you, Gab. Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Right, lots of coverage of Lewis Hamilton's win at the Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix. It's been nearly 2 years since he's had a win. But what I want to get your thoughts on is lots of coverage on Eza and his penalty. So Eberechi Eza was ready to take a World Cup penalty but refuses to change his run-up. Would you trust him in a penalty? Say England get to the World Cup final and we've got penalty shootout. Bearing in mind he missed that penalty against PSG. Both of you enjoyed that a lot. Would you trust him to take a penalty if he's saying, I'm sticking with that run-up?
Not when I've seen the penalty in the final. I mean, I've tried taking a penalty like that. It kills you because you stop and then the keeper's not moving and you can't maybe get the pace on the ball.
Yeah.
If you run up at the right pace and then just whip it, you got a lot more chance. It's a very strange technique.
But how would you feel? How would you feel if that was your technique and the manager said at the World Cup, Gab, you need to change now? You go, I don't fancy that.
I'll just but every player can just run up and take a normal penalty. I think that run up's a bit like, it's stylish.
Yeah,
Bruno Fernandes. Remember when Pogba used to do it sometimes and like literally stop?
Who had the little skip? Was that Bruno? He got rid of that, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. But I remember Pogba's was the one that stood out to me where it's like so slow towards the ball and stop and you just like probably run out of where you can sort of like place it.
Agree.
How much power you can put on it.
Ivan Toney's like that, isn't he? Nonchalant is the word.
But he's mastered it. If you master it, no problem. But Eze's miss, I wouldn't like that again.
He says in the Times here that he was grateful for the miss, that he's learnt a lot from it.
Absolute garbage.
What do you think
no one's ever grateful for that.
What do you think about that Arsenal fan?
I don't love it. He says, I'm grateful it happened. I'm going to grow from it, learn from it and move forward. I would have preferred you to have scored it, put it that way, but great that we've got some learning out the back of it, okay?
That's like when a boxer gets knocked out. I'll come back stronger.
I'm happy I got knocked out.
Yeah, I don't think you will come back stronger.
I'll learn from that left hook across the
yeah. Next time I'll duck. Okay, should have maybe learnt that in the gym, shouldn't you?
Maybe. Outside of the penalties, though, do you think Gabby Agbonlahor key for England? Is he likely to have an impact at the World Cup?
I think a lot of players that won't be starters will. I think the World Cup's going to be that long, the weather. If you watch the game so far, a lot of subs being made. Japan last night, so many subs come on and help Japan get that equalising goal. I think we'll have a say, but in the pecking order, is Rashford and Gordon. On the left, is it Bellingham and Rodgers? Is he third choice for the left-hand side and number 10? So
also, if we get to penalties, that's a lot of football's been played, 120 minutes.
Yeah.
So a lot of players might not be on the pitch. Some, you know what I mean? So we don't really know who's going to be there.
Well, I look forward to seeing you celebrate a Eze penalty if it goes in.
Oh, we will.
We will.
Celebrate all of them.
We will.
But you know what? If he misses and it costs us the World Cup, he'll come back stronger.
He'll have learnt from it again.
He'll have learned. So, like, when they've got like Bournemouth away next season, he's got a pen.
Well, in 4 years' time, he'll learn
from that.
Then we'll win the World Cup then.
Have we got a quiz today?
We've got Transfer Tinder coming up.
Right.
And then next we're going to be looking at the Knicks celebration. Either of you guys a Knicks fan?
I love the Knicks.
Are we jumping on the bandwagon? Because I certainly am.
Love the Knicks.
I've seen everyone come out of the woodwork. The Knicks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know what you're talking
the
about.
Lakers, the Knicks, the Miami Heat.
I've been a fan for about 3 days.
Hold on, we are in no moan zone. Producer Ollie's just made a very good point. Shut up, Ollie. We'll do what you want. It's Monday.
Any of the games this season, and then they put the last game on. Come on, Knicks.
Do you know the rules to that sport? Do you know the rules to them?
Yes, you.
I was thinking maybe we could do a little quiz on it.
You want a quiz on basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can
do. You like the way I said that sport? Because I'm thinking
that sport,
basketball, baseball. What is it?
Netball.
Should we do that?
Yeah, we can.
Why don't we do a quiz on American sports?
Okay, I'll see what I can whip up in the next half an hour. Very quickly, though, finally, Cucurella to Real Madrid. Is he the perfect defender for Jose Mourinho, Gabby?
Yes.
So much.
1v1 is aggressive. He knows how to wind up oppositions. I just think it's strange that Chelsea have sold him, though, because I know he was flirting with Barcelona, wasn't he? And to go to Real Madrid.
He was flirting with anyone. I think he basically said, can someone come and rescue me from this mess?
Real Madrid are not messing around, though. Canate, Dumfries, Cucurella, Bernardo Silva, and more players to come, apparently. So they'll be there next season, Champions League.
Laura, good to see you. We'll see you in a bit, whenever that bit is, but we'll definitely see you again. That's all thanks to our wonderful friends at Costa Express. Coming up, we'll bring you more on Lewis Hamilton's win at the Barcelona Grand Prix, and we'll also hear an exclusive interview with Jordan Pickford on just how happy he would be to have John Stones starting in front of him at the World Cup. It's 6:29. It's The Breakfast Show.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Quality coffee, quality day.
what's interesting there, I think, is that Bellingham is saying the group didn't connect as well as it could have done. Why is he saying that?
As a deflection. Listen, every player knows where they stand. I'm going to give a story, but I'm not going to say the name of the player because that would be wrong. But I will say it was Martin O'Neill because he won't mind me saying this. Okay. You'll get enjoyment. There was a player who came into the Aston Villa changing room, and he was like, "I need to talk to the manager." And us as players were like, "Yeah, you got to go talk to him. You got to go talk to him," because we knew kind of how it was going to go. So he bursts in there and he knocks on the door and he's all bold and brave. And then Martin O'Neill goes, "What? How can I help you?" And he goes, "I need to know where I stand." He goes, "You haven't played for me and kicked the ball for me in 3 months. You know exactly where I stand. Now turn around and get out of my office." Players know where they stand. If you're starting, you know where you stand in the manager's eyes. Yeah. If you're a substitute, you know that the manager does like you, but maybe he thinks in formation or whatever, that's something else. If you're not playing, you know also clear, exactly where you stand.
The memo's clear. I mean, the interesting thing is that it's you get an insight into the psyche of a player, but the most important thing is the follow-up question to what he says. And there isn't the follow-up question. There's just a one-way transaction of we needed to feel loved, we needed to feel, in a certain way, and we didn't connect together, and perhaps we didn't celebrate wins as much as we should have done. Well, there's a real, that's the nature of the beast. That's the society that we live in. Sometimes things are taken for granted, and it's the criticism that comes more readily than the praise. But if you're a team, do you want to be in a big team that has expectations of you? Do you want to play for a big club like Real Madrid that has expectations of you? I would imagine he'd spend more time complaining about playing for Real Madrid and the expectations upon him as a Real Madrid player than he would playing for his country. Right. And the challenge to that sort of question should be...
The 1982 World Cup gave us maybe the biggest redemption story in football. But to truly appreciate the rise of Paolo Rossi, we also have to understand his fall. 4 years earlier, in 1978, a 21-year-old Rossi was the next big thing in Italian football. His poacher's instinct in front of goal earned him a reputation, and he was constantly surrounded. Despite that, Rossi scored 3 goals as Italy secured a 4th-place finish. Then, in 1980, Italy was rocked by one of the most famous match-fixing scandals in football history, Toto Nero. It started when a market trader in Rome approached a restaurant owner whose venue was popular with professional footballers. The plan was simple: run an illegal betting operation where the public placed bets, not knowing that the players who ate at the restaurant were getting a cut to deliver certain results. The house and the players would always win. And it was all being run out of a Roman eatery. When a whistleblower went to the police, though, Rossi was suspended from football for 3 years. He consistently denied being involved and eventually had his ban reduced to 2 years. That allowed him to join Juventus for the final 3 games of the 82 season and win Serie A. And in those 3 games, Italy manager Enzo Bezzo saw a spark. Rossi was included in the World Cup squad and then the starting 11. In the groups, he did nothing. No goals, no assists, and the Italian public was begging for him to be dropped. Bear in mind, he played the likes of Peru and Cameroon and OK, Argentina. By the way, spot the very young Diego Maradona. Then, out of nowhere, he got a hat-trick against Brazil, another 2 in the semi-finals, and the opener in the final. Not only did he lift the trophy, he won the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball. It was maybe the biggest one-tournament turnaround the World Cup has ever seen. The whole story is so gloriously Italian, and considering he never played in a World Cup ever again, maybe it's one of football's greatest fairy tales.
Probably. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone. It's 6:35. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. We're celebrating a massive summer of football. Buy a used car in June, and you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. You are listening to what I will rename now the Kids Hour. That's because it's between 6-7.
6-7. Yeah.
6-7.
Yeah.
Do the kids still do that? 6-7.
I think it's gone now. I think that.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it? I've missed it.
Yeah.
There what I was told after 6-7 there was 4-1. This is true. No, genuinely, I swear to you, 4-1, 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, and it's 6.
But you see, when everyone started doing that, the kids, my daughter was doing it, and the amount of times I'd say between 6 and 7.
I know.
And then they'd be like 6-7. I'm like, stop.
I know. Everyone does it.
10 minutes later, between 6 and 7. You're like, stop, please.
How long do you go away? About 6-7 months then?
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird. They found something there, the kids. Right, we've got lots coming up between now and 10, but we are in the 6-7 hour. So where should we start? Let's start with, we mentioned Germany. They started their World Cup campaign by tonking Curacao 7-1. talkSPORT's Alex Crook was out and about and caught up with a few jubilant German fans.
Alex Crook here in Houston. We've just seen Germany hammer Curacao 7-1 in their World Cup opener. And as you can see, Germany fever is taking over Texas. Look what I have around me. The locals are out in force supporting Germany. What is this all about?
We are a local Texas German folk dance troupe, and we meet up every Sunday to practice. FIFA asked us to come and support the German culture and just celebrate with everyone today.
Can you give us a chant?
Or you want to chant?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have Prosit.
I've actually done that. I went to the Oktoberfest in Munich. So go on, remind me of this. Prosen, I'm Prosen. I'm Prosen, I'm Prosen.
Ticky-tacky!
Aye!
Is it? Sorry, he's getting paid for that, is he? That's actually a job. Is it mixing with people and getting hammered and singing songs? That's a job, is it? He's a lucky boy, isn't he? Hey? What did you make of that? Enjoy that?
Yeah, it was really great. And when I get to the hotel later, I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, me
Maybe
too.
there's an extended clip.
There is an extended clip of that, yeah.
Watch as well. It's really, really entertaining.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I loved it.
Oh, right, okay. Think Germany can win the World Cup?
No, I do not. No way.
That result didn't really mean anything.
Not at all, mate.
Yeah.
I feel like if England played Curacao, we beat them 10-0, 100%.
Okay, fine.
100%, yeah. Like I says, the squad that they've got available. But Germany, I was looking at their starting team. Still Sane playing on that right-hand side. Havertz is...
He missed the sitter as well, Sane.
Yeah, I'm not sure they've got enough, mate, at all.
Okay. Too early yet?
I'll back Morocco to beat Germany in a knockout game.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, time now for a bit of this. Is that all we got? Just this bit of music? There's no... That's it. No, like, and there we go. Nothing. We've just playing. Okay. Right. Sir Lewis Hamilton is back. That's why we're playing the music. Yeah, rolling back the years, he dominated the Barcelona Grand Prix, winning his first ever race for Ferrari. It was Hamilton's first win since 2024, back when he was driving for Mercedes, whilst championship leader Kimi Antonelli retired. George Russell finished second, Lando Norris third, making it an all-British podium for the first time since 1968, Gabby. That is
amazing.
Insane. Let's bring in an F1 podcast with over 300,000 YouTube subscribers. Tommy McCluskey joins us. Tomo, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tomo.
Boys, thanks for having me.
You're not related to Mrs. McCluskey from Grange Hill from the 80s, are you?
Well, technically, my mum is Mrs. McCluskey, so I mean, maybe in a previous life she's not told me about.
Yeah, I suppose technically she is. That's a very good answer. We were talking to the break, Gabby and I, about Lewis Hamilton, and all of a sudden, he looks like he's rolling back the years, and we're trying to piece together the pieces of the jigsaw as to what's working for him, and all we can come up with is his love life is back on track. How important do you think it is that a driver gets into his car and his head's in the right place and all of a sudden he just performs to the best of his ability?
Oh, I mean, look, there's so many moving parts when it comes to succeeding in Formula One. And of course, making sure, things off track are working good is very important. So, look, who am I to judge? I mean, Kim's been getting a lot of attention, especially at Monaco, for stealing Kimi's towel. Apparently, that went down quite bad with some fans. But look, Lewis, when he's at his best, when he's happy in the car, we saw Lewis last year at Ferrari, his first season at the team was a tough wash at times. He was very down on himself. And all of a sudden, he's always worn his heart on his sleeve. And I think that's what has made him such a popular driver with so many fans is that you really feel like you get an insight into his mind when it's going well, but also not so well. And look, he's changed his engineering team up a lot this season. I think he needed that first year at Ferrari last year to kind of iron out a lot of the creases. He's got Angela back, his trainer, which I think big important thing for Lewis is that team around him is set in place. And all of a sudden now, especially we're seeing, his teammate Charles Leclerc really struggle. Lewis has got this like new lease of life. And I mean, look, it's early on in the season. There's a lot of racing to go, but so far, like prime Lewis Hamilton at 41 would be very, very, very impressive.
Tomo, he's obviously in good form at the moment. I mean, the podium last week was amazing, but to win his first Grand Prix for Ferrari. But were the updates that Ferrari made, have they paid off this week?
I mean, maybe in part, but I think honestly, like the Ferraris had good pace for a while, but Mercedes, Mercedes are the cut above at the minute. And Lewis did get an opportunity. There was a virtual safety high. He was able to capitalise, get a slightly cheaper pit stop, a slightly quicker pit stop. However, even with that, his pace in that final stint was just exceptional. And again, Charles Leclerc, his teammate, has set the benchmark at Ferrari since 2019 and was much quicker than Lewis last year, I would say, for sure. And all of a sudden, Lewis just unlocked this level of pace. He's got exceptional ability on the tyres. It's one thing to be quick over a single lap, but to do it lap after lap. Lewis has been in the sport since 2007. He knows better than pretty much anyone apart from maybe Fernando Alonso how to make a race stint work and actually get it over the line. A little bit of fortune. He might have fought George and Kimi for the win anyway, even without that cheap safety car. So look, I think this is Lewis just driving with confidence, and when Lewis is on his game, like it's tough for everyone else to beat him.
What's happened to Max Verstappen?
I mean, Red Bull have not had the best start to the season by their standards, but they are producing their own power unit for the very first time. I mean, look, things can change very quickly. We saw in 2024, McLaren started the season pretty slowly, and then one upgrade completely changes their fortunes. Happened for them in 2023 as well. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong from Max's point of view at all, to be honest. I think Red Bull have just they had a bit of a slow start to the season. There was talk about the car maybe being a bit overweight and all of that. A lot of factors. It's a new set of rules for 2026 as well, a big change. So I think Red Bull will be back, and Max will hope. He wasn't that far off. It was a race of attrition. So many cars retired. I think of 22 cars, only 14 finished. So just finishing the race was an achievement. And of course, all top 10 got points. So Max will be back.
Tomo, I'm happy for going back to Lewis Hamilton. I'm really happy for him because it has been a tough 2 years, hasn't it? It has been a tough start to Ferrari. People writing him off, saying that, at his age, he should stop now. He's not got it. To see the last two races, how much can he take from that going into the rest of the season? Can he knock up 3, 4, 5 more podiums?
There's no reason why not. Absolutely no reason why not. Again, he knows this calendar, he's got experience around all of these tracks coming up. And look, Lewis is there's a reason he's been doing it for so long now. To go from, again, 2007, he's had no years off. He's been on it. Fernando's had time away from the sport. Again, all of these long-standing drivers have at least stepped away for a little bit. Lewis has been on it time and time again. I've got a question for you, Gabby, actually, because we know that, look, in an alternative timeline, Lewis was he played a lot of football as a kid. Played with your old teammate Ashley Young for years. Was he? I mean, from what I've heard, he was actually pretty decent. I don't know how much Ashley told you.
No, he didn't tell me much about it. Both a Stevenage, aren't they? Where they're from, Youngie. No, he didn't tell me much about it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Talent like Lewis Hamilton, he's probably one of those guys that's good at every sport, mate.
Yeah, I think it kind of crosses a different, I mean, it's that mindset, isn't it? That approach to be able to do it year after year after year, being the top of your game. And again, at 41 years of age, I think he's, I don't know, maybe 6th oldest F1 winner of all time. And most of them are from the 60s, when loads of them were in their 50s. So, yeah, I mean, he is an exception, not the rule. And it is that one. I'll tell you what, one more thing I want to say, right? I was working with Red Bull this weekend, an event in London. And even there, the crowd, it was a watch-along show, Everyone enjoyed that. Like, this went down so well. F1, like, it's a sport. You've got 11 teams. They're all competitive with one another. But I'll tell you what, like, there's some results that bring everyone together, and it's felt like an age since Lewis won, let alone when he dominated the sport. And just seeing someone who's gone through so much adversity and struggle clearly in himself to bounce back, and he said it himself, you know, he's remembered who he is. That went down well with everyone, I think, across the teams in F1, which was really nice to see.
Tomo, you're really nice to see. Thank you so much for coming. Wonderful work as always. 10 out of 10. Thanks, man.
Stop it, Andy. Thank you very much.
See you
Good
soon.
for having me, boys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
I love Andy. Just what quickly with Lewis Hamilton is that you achieve so much. You've been used to winning so much, and you've gone through a period where you're not winning, but you haven't given up. You haven't said, you know what, I'm 38 now, I don't have to do it anymore, I've got millions in the bank. His love for the sport, you know what, I still want to go. And look at him now, back to winning. And he was emotional after.
Yeah, I think
you know, he broke down in tears, his love for Formula One to carry on and achieving.
I think it's another love that's responsible for that.
Oh.
That was the F1 podcast. Mrs. McCluskey's son, Tomo McCluskey, with us on The Breakfast Show. Still to come.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Manage your Travis Perkins trade account online at travisperkins.co.uk or via the Travis Perkins app.
Yeah, look at Gab's face. Do you know what this is called, by the way?
No, I don't.
You pronounce it. How do you pronounce that word? Be careful, because we're live.
No bollocks.
What? I'm just asking. It's
Nolla bollicus.
It's not. It's a simple question. How would you pronounce it?
No idea. That'll do me. You have a go then. Come on.
What?
Mr. Prodigy.
I definitely can't say that. That is pronounced. No,
it's amazing, though.
I would say it the same as you. Snolly Bellex. I went to school with someone who's had a nickname similar to that. Yes, we're playing Gabby's absolute favourite football anthem right now, because later on, former Dutch defender Mario Melchior, he'll join us to look back on a frustrating draw with Japan, and we'll ask him what the issues are for the Dutch. Plus, in an hour's time, former Aussie shot stopper Mark Bosnich drops by to reflect on a massive shot victory over Turkey. That was our breakfast preview with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
For you, Carl, obviously playing right back, you'd have played against these two guys, and we don't quite know which one will start, and that's Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. Now, you've played against both. I'm not going to say which one's better, but what differences are there between the two, and what makes both of them as good as they are? Obviously, Rashford being at Barca, Anthony Gordon just got the move to Barcelona. What are the differences between the two?
I think that just says it there. There's not really much with one team signing them both,
and
wanting to take them because they fit the personality that they want to play the game at. I think, listen, they're both extremely quick players, and they both got an eye for goal as well. The main thing is that I feel that in tournaments that I've played in previously to this, there's not been many other goals than Harry Kane, and that's what we need to find. And as having one of them on the pitch, with Bakaya or Noni on the other side, I think they need to bring some goals into it.
The fullback situation. Reece was a little bit more reserved last night than O'Reilly. O'Reilly, we know he's a midfielder that plays left back. He's an 8 that can be a 10. He's incredibly talented. I mean, you'll know all about him, right? Reece, I felt, was a little bit more structured to his game. And maybe that's because of his hamstrings. Maybe they're managing that. I know at Chelsea they've had to manage that because there is some fragility in and around there. How important is that, though, that Nico Riley does that job on that side? Because his link-up play is exceptional. He really is a major talent.
I think you can't take that away from Nico. what he's done at Manchester City and arriving in the box in areas that you don't expect a left back to get into just shows what he does offensively. But I think Reece James played a very intelligent game last night, you know, from watching it.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. It's 6:52. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein and Gabby Agbonlahor. You all right, Gabs?
I'm very, very, very well, mate.
You like the Monday? A lot of people don't like the Monday.
I like Monday, mate. Get back to it. You know, weekend's over.
I was very excited last night about the show.
Yeah, let's get to it, mate. So much to talk about.
Well, there is so much. If you're just waking up now and you're thinking, what can we learn from this morning's breakfast show? Well, I can tell you that Graham Potter's Sweden, they opened their World Cup campaign with a statement and a 5-1 win over Tunisia. Former England manager Gareth Southgate says he's turned down work as a pundit at the World Cup because he did not think it would be helpful to the side's chances. And with England's opening game against Croatia just 2 days away, the debate continues as to who starts as centre-half. talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers sat down with keeper Jordan Pickford, who talked up the quality of the 89 times capped free agent John Stones.
I say it to people time and time again, he's probably one of the best centre-halves I've ever played with. I think his attention to detail, to put his body on the line, he's aggressive, the blocks he puts on the line, that leads him into his in-possession stuff. We all seen what he did in the Champions League final when he was playing as a 10. But no, I think he's a great lad. And for me, he's, like I said, he's one of the best defenders I've ever, if not the best defender I've ever played with.
If you're watching on YouTube there, you see the lovely setting they've worked on.
Yeah,
I mean, how'd they get that?
Great view, isn't it?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a lot of colour, as they call it.
Yeah. Well done, whoever set that one up. Well done. Gab, what do you make of reports that Konsa and Stones will start on Wednesday night?
I heard that as well. And your mate, Mr. Noel Gallagher, if you're listening, did I not say that I don't think Gahey has had the best of seasons and might not start? I think I did. He was like, what are you talking about? He starts. I think he's
picking on Noel Gallagher before 7 a.m.
I don't care, mate.
You're brave.
Anyone can get it. I think Konsa and Stones do start. Stones on that left-hand side, Konsa right side.
But you say that with. I hear what you're saying about Gahey, but Stones has hardly kicked the ball
I agree.
this year.
I wouldn't start Stones.
Yeah.
But I just think that he really likes Stones. There's something about this manager. I don't know if it's the way Stones can play out from the back. He's very good coming out with the ball, great on the ball. But in the early games, Croatia, Ghana, Panama, I think we'll be okay. I wouldn't start Stones. I'll be worried if we're playing a France or a Portugal.
What about Mexico? Could be Mexico.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay as well with Stones back there. I think when you get the test of the top teams, that's when I'll be a bit worried. But I'm honest, mate. I loved Gay at Crystal Palace. He started well at Manchester City, but to the end, I'll watch some of the games and I'm like, I'm a bit worried here. And it looks like the manager's not going to play him.
Okay. Right, time now to look ahead to today's World Cup action with Shaw.
High-pressure picks on talkSPORT with Shaw. Non-stop protection deodorant that won't ever let you down.
By the way, you smell fantastic. Are you using some of the Shaw deodorant they dropped off last week?
I haven't yet, mate. I haven't yet.
Hold on.
I won't tell you.
You don't smell as good as I do. I've got it on.
What I'm using.
Yeah, no, don't.
No, I'm joking.
Is it a rival firm?
Yeah, big rival, mate.
Well, I smell fantastic.
No, I'm joking. I'm using Shaw.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, it's top.
Do you know what? It makes you look better.
Thank you, mate. I feel better, mate.
Yeah, you look more handsome.
Yeah, I feel more myself now. Shaw deodorant.
Yeah.
It's a shame that some other people at work here don't get
Don't use any.
I know. Roll on still.
I can never understand that, by the way. Sorry, when you go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
And there are people stinking, I'm like, you must know you smell.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
Yeah. If you spray deodorant before you go,
Sure
deodorant,
yeah.
right before you go out to the gym, if you do start sweating, you're not gonna smile because Shaw does such a great job. Do you know what I mean? It's a high BO.
They've got to be happy with this so far. Right, let's talk about some of the teams. Let's talk about Spain. Are they the team to beat?
Slides it in. They inflict a devastating blow on the field to the English.
I expect semi-finals. Quarterfinals, semi-finals. Obviously, the finals are a bit more tricky to predict.
The solidness of the team in the back, especially this engine with Pedri and Rodri, which I think they both are really top players, you know.
Yamal with a dancing footwork into the penalty area. Curling shot, magnificent! Oh, yes!
If they're not the favourite, they're pretty close. And I think what is so convincing about Spain is the fact that it's actually not really a team of superstars. It's a team of brilliant players. But I think you look at them, and if they lose a player, if they lose a Dani Olmo through injury, if they even lose a Lamine Yamal through injury, they've got the cover. They find the way to cover some way or another. So I think wherever they are, there's such an understanding of what they're trying to do. They're very, very well coached by Luis de la Fuente, who knew a load of these players coming through the under-21s in the first place.
But I just wonder about them defensively as well. But I guess what Spain are is one of the teams capable of keeping the ball in these difficult conditions.
Yeah, the reigning European champions get underway at 5 p.m. against African debutants Cape Verde. It's a game, of course, you can hear live on talkSPORT, as you can every single game of the World Cup. Do you think it could be another Germany-Curacao situation or not?
Could be, yes. Especially the attacking talent that they've got Spain. I mean, Ferran Torres, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal. You look at Dani Olmo, even Pino from Crystal Palace had a fantastic season. Marino's back as well, who's a goal scorer. I think Spain will be up there, but defensively, I don't think they're good enough, mate. I look at Cucurella, very good defender, but centre-halves, I'm not quite sure, mate. With Spain.
Do you think anyone's got the perfect side? There seems to be a weakness with everyone, apart from France.
I think France are the closest to the...
Centre halves of France?
Yeah, we look at... They've got Canate, just signed for Real Madrid. They have the best of seasons. Upamecano. They've got Saliba.
Upamecano, I think, is terrible.
Yeah, but when he's on it, he's good. But yeah, he does have bad games.
I think he's a terrible player.
He does have bad games. But Saliba, they've got Hernandez and Digne at left back. They've got Koundé and Gusto at right back. Midfield, Kante still in there.
The top six.
Rabiot.
Yeah.
So I think they've got the most complete side. And they're my favourites for sure.
Yeah, okay. Reminder, Spain against Cape Verde is a 5 p.m. kickoff, and it's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT. Then, of course, it doesn't stop. It's not going to stop for 6 weeks. On to Belgium against Egypt at 8 p.m. Saudi Arabia against Uruguay. That's on talkSPORT 2 at 11 p.m. That was a look at today's World Cup action with our wonderful friends at Shaw Non-Stop Protection Deodorant that won't ever let you down.
High pressure picks on talkSPORT with Shaw, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
First player up front I've gone for Neymar.
No, mate, honestly.
What do you mean? Don't start. I'm giving Neymar a free roll as well.
Mate, Neymar, the most overrated footballer of his generation. I'm not having it.
Koundé, don't.
No, I'm not having it.
Don't,
no,
I'm a big Neymar.
No, he
doesn't overrate.
He does. The most overrated footballer of his generation.
Oh my God. At Barca.
No, not having him. Not having him. Not having him. No, not having it. Nope. That's the music stopped.
Koundé, please, mate.
No, not Neymar.
Who's a better player? Neymar, Hazard.
R9. Oh, give me Hazard every day of the week, mate. Mate, give me. Is it? No, don't get me on the Neymar.
Okay. R9's playing with him. R9's
take Neymar out.
But no, mate, come on. Neymar. Pace.
No.
Skill.
No, he's got a heart the size of
Yeah, but mate, he made you enjoy football watching him.
No,
That's a typical centre half.
No, do you know, no, give me R9, right? I'm not having Neymar. No, not at any price.
Neymar, Suarez,
No,
Messi.
no, give me me anyone. You don't want Neymar in your team, mate.
What do you mean?
You don't want Neymar in your team?
What he won with Barca?
What, he won?
Well, he's part of it, mate. He was outstanding. Come on.
No. Here's a stat. When he left Barcelona, he never won a major honour again. And don't give me...
He left Barca for the dough, didn't he? Obviously, to PSG.
Well, that goes down as a black mark in my book.
know, but...
No.
Conde, we've become very close, mate.
No, I know, but we're going to fall out of a Neymar.
Yeah, it could be, mate.
No.
Please, mate.
No.
Wow.
No. No. Scrub him out.
Let's break.
Scrub.
All right. He's out. Thiago's in. Thiago, you in from Brentford. Go on, mate.
In a century of World Cups, it's not just the football that's changed. Stadiums have gone from concrete behemoths to technological marvels, and the giant monolithic arenas help to define tournaments. Back in 1930, the world embraced its greatest spectacle for the first time. Uruguay was the host, and in just 90 days, they built a stadium that's still there today. It was a gargantuan effort to pull together the 90,000 capacity Estadio Centenario, one of only 3 venues for that tournament, that would act as a monument to 100 years of Uruguayan independence. If that was the World Cup's birthplace, Mexico City's Estadio Azteca became its cathedral. Some of the World Cup's most iconic moments happened on this grass, including this, of course. Also, both Pelé and Maradona lifted the trophy in the Azteca. A bit of pub quiz ammo for you there. You're welcome. In England, there's no more special place to us than Wembley, the scene of our greatest triumph. And yes, it definitely was a goal. Some incredible stadiums across the world have hosted matches, but you don't have to have a modern-day spaceship of a ground to make it memorable. Take 2006, for example, and here. The memories of what happened at Berlin's Olympiastadion show events on the pitch can elevate a stadium in the minds of fans worldwide. But that doesn't stop us from marvelling at modern triumphs of engineering. Let's jump ahead to Qatar and take a look at this, the Lusail Stadium. This gorgeous golden bowl hosted the frankly unbelievable final in 2022. But that's not where it ends in Qatar. Take Stadium 974, for example. This place was built from shipping containers and can be taken down and built somewhere else. Mad. It's crazy to think that we've gone from building giant concrete bowls to what is basically modern art. To be fair, some concrete bowls, like the Maracanã, are art in its most flawless form. The teams and the players are why we all come, but sometimes the stage they perform on ends up being the main character. And with structures like this, it's hardly a surprise.
Good morning, everyone. It's 5 minutes past 7. It's the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in their upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back in June. Now, we're all getting very excited here at talkSPORT, the Breakfast Show, because we are less than 30 minutes away from meeting Costa Carl for the very first time.
Oh, can't wait.
Is he coming in? Is he allowed into the gallery? We're going to... Okay. And we've all got our orders in.
You know what's amazing as well, mate, is that Costa Carl is an Aston Villa fan. And that doesn't surprise me, mate, because that fan base, the most generous fan base in the country, Aston Villa fans, they're so generous.
You can't just start giving...
What?
Just because they're your team, they're his team, you can't just start bigging up. We've got a World Cup on.
No, but I'm just saying, like...
We need to balance. Can we get a Birmingham fan in?
No, I can get 30 seconds of Costa Carl being nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if it continues, I'll be very happy because...
Sorry, did you say he's a Villa fan?
Yes.
Oh, he's definitely... Okay. So is it going to be a little bit in awe of you?
I don't know, mate.
I bet you get a large.
Been a long time.
I bet you get sorted out.
Apparently he's got me a gold card, apparently.
Where's his card? What's going on here? Why have you not got a gold card? What's happening?
He's got me one, to be fair.
There must be. The Costa people must be listening to this.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
If I get a gold card, man, I'm going to drive past loads of Costas on the way.
I'll be in the back of your car. We'll play a little game, right? Play a little game. I'm going to ask you some questions. You've not met Costa Carl?
I haven't, no.
Okay, I'm going to ask you 5 questions about him.
Go on, him.
And then we'll let our listeners know when we meet him.
Okay.
Is he tall or short?
I think he's going to be middle of the road. There's a lot of tall people.
Give me his height. Give me his height.
Say 5'10".
5'10".
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
What is he? Bald?
Tall people.
Bald or hair?
I think he's got. I think he's in between. I don't think.
Everything's in between here.
I don't think.
You've been terrible. Guess who?
I don't.
No, come on.
I don't think he's bald. I think he's got like a decent head of hair.
Yeah. No, I've got a decent head of hair. Has he got that?
No, I think like.
Look, is it like Henry? Like you're
Henry,
going bald, but you don't admit it.
Where he's going bald soon.
Okay, so he's got Henry hair.
Yeah.
Okay, Henry hair. How old is he?
I reckon Costa Carl. Like Carl sounds like a nice young name. I reckon he's like late 20s, maybe.
Give me a number.
I'm gonna say 28.
28.
Yeah, Carl sounds like a 20.
And what's his sort of dress code?
I think.
What will he be wearing today?
I think it's early. I'm gonna go for a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a white T-shirt with a jacket.
Oh, that's
on.
nice.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, and jacket.
Maybe a pair of Arne trainers. Arne, if you want to get in touch.
Arne?
Yeah.
Oh, you like a bit of Arne, didn't you?
Yeah, I do, indeed.
Okay. So we've gone for 5'10".
Yeah.
He's got Henry's hair. I use that term very loosely.
Yeah.
He's 28. He's got jeans, a T-shirt, and a jacket on.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a lot of charisma about him.
Okay. Any facial, like, has he got glasses or moustache?
No, I don't think he's got glasses. Glasses, I call it.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a little beard.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right. What time's coming in? 1:30? All right, we'll find out a bit later on.
Please call.
I bet he's outside. He's putting a little beard. He's got dark hair.
Yeah, I do like, though.
Go on.
Matty Cash on his Instagram, I put up a picture on the weekend and I messaged him laughing.
Yeah.
He's had a hair transplant, which I like now.
Yeah, I saw that.
A lot more people are coming out and just doing it. Why not?
Why not doing it? Well, people
Hopefully
would do it.
Works on like undies.
People would. Can't they still not happen?
It's not growing.
No, I know.
It's like
It's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you have to go and say? Do you have to go again?
Yeah, I think he went into the shop next door to where it was meant to be happening. I think he went into a fish and chip shop.
Amazing when you get a freebie, isn't it?
Right, if you're just waking up, let me give you some headlines. Sweden completed a 5-1 rout against Tunisia about an hour ago.
Chop comes in and they do have a fifth. What a strike! Brilliant! And it's that Manayari!
Yeah, both of these were absolute humdingers. Before that, Ivory Coast, they left it late.
Bursting forward, Singo here. No one coming towards him into the box. Squares it, and the strike finds the bottom corner! And it's Amad Diallo!
And if you had a very, very early night, Japan snatched a late equaliser against the Netherlands.
Swept towards the penalty spot, and in for 2-2. It's a Gawa, a powerful header from the corner.
Yeah, and of course, every game at the World Cup is live on talkSPORT. It was the Netherlands game, wasn't it, where both their goals, yeah, it was, because Van Dijk got the header. Both their goals were excellent. And Japan's goals, they were both deflected, right? Does it matter in the style of which you score your goals?
No,
like
really,
Netherlands will be, we were brilliant.
Yeah. 2 great goals in Netherlands. But still, mate, you don't shoot, you don't score. That's why you get frustrated sometimes when people give up shooting opportunities, because there's always a chance of a deflection.
Yeah.
Somerville's goal was very good because he doesn't play on the right and he starts on the left, doesn't he, for Leeds and West Ham. But for the Netherlands, he's on the right-hand side because Gakpo's on the left. And he cut in left foot.
Beautiful goal.
That's a very good goal because normally, mate, you just try and put your foot through it on your weaker foot, but he just guided
his spot.
Guided it
Yeah.
into the corner.
Good header as well from Van Dijk.
Very good header. But Japan, I was impressed with.
That was good. Nice. A lot of people said they're the dark horses of this World Cup.
No, I don't think so, mate. They've got some very good individuals, but I look at France, I look at Spain, I look at Argentina, England. I think we'll beat Netherlands if we play them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
There's something missing, mate. You know, they've got Marlon, he was okay. Brobby, come on. Memphis Depay didn't start.
No.
I did say that to Mario, and I'll ask him again. He said that he thinks Depay would have started the game. But yeah, something missing from the Netherlands. It's a shame, though, mate. Just the fan base.
Yeah.
I feel like they've got the best fans there.
Right. It's a moment 36 years in the making as John McGinn's Price's strike fired Scotland to victory against Haiti. The Scots returned to Boston on Friday, June the 19th, against Morocco to do it all over again. And now a point in the next 2 group games will likely guarantee progress. For more on this, I'm delighted to say we're joined by talkSPORT's Scotland reporter. I would imagine he's got a hangover. David Tanner joins us. Morning, David.
Morning, David.
Lads, I've always got a hangover. Don't worry about that. And I wasn't even drinking. Can I just go off at a slight tangent for a moment?
Of course.
The Scotland supporters have waited 28 years to play at a World Cup, and for FIFA to schedule the game at 2 o'clock in the morning was an absolute scandal. And all the politicians have been out there freeloading, getting first pick of the best tickets. Not one of them has done anything about it. And when I emerged from the big fan zone that I was hosting with big Braveheart Colin Hendry at 4 in the morning, it was broad daylight, and some people have got the day off today. The government have given public service workers the day off. The rest of us are working. But really, the FIFA let Scotland down with the outrageous kick-off time. Haiti are the same timeline as Boston, so it was okay for them. But it was a real slap in the face for the Scots. And can I just correct you on one thing, Andy, you said there in the build-up? It's Group C leaders, Scotland. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is at the moment, but will it be when all your group games have been played? How do you see you getting on?
Well, listen, the Haitians were the easiest and the lowest ranked team. There's no doubt about that. People are saying it wasn't the best Scotland performance. I don't know where people have been watching Scotland under Steve Clark. We won our group. We're there on merit as they won the qualification group above Denmark and Greece. But let's be honest, they were outplayed by Denmark and Greece, but they still have a way of getting results. When England won the World Cup, there wasn't an asterisk on the trophy, which said that Portugal were the best team in the tournament. It was the fact that England won it. So Scotland won the game. That's what matters. And the nerves that the players must have felt, the anxiety, the anticipation must have been massive, but they managed to overcome that and get the win. So good on them.
David, I stayed up to watch the game. I thought, I agree with you, Scotland weren't at their best. It was a must win. And I think the longer the game went on, maybe the players, the manager thought, okay, maybe if we go and try and get 2 and 3, Haiti can easily equalise. They had a chance, didn't they, that header where Ryan Christie's got to get out to the ball quicker. He was the player that I was disappointed with, Ryan Christie, when he come on. He looked like, I don't know if he was sulking that he didn't start, but he wasn't getting about anyone. He wasn't pressing. He wasn't stopping the crosses. I think the manager would have had a word with him after the game.
Well, the one about Steve Clark is he gets the best out of the players that he's got, which is all we ask for from the managers. I think Christie's performance coming into a game like that, maybe everybody needed a few minutes to get up to speed. He didn't have enough time for that. I do expect him to start against Morocco, the African champions, on Thursday in the same venue. And I think it's Steve did go for it. He got the formation right with the 4-4-2. We didn't get any more goals, and that might be costly, yes, but we got the win. That's the thing that matters. Do you think Christie will start the game on Thursday?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because you said 4-4-2 there was the right formation, but you're playing Morocco. You've got to change that formation, haven't you? Because they're so good. Does he go back to a three centre halves, a 5 at the back, and mix it up that way? But I just look at 8 teams out of the 12 groups go through, don't they, in third place. Will Scotland come to regret the fact that they didn't score 2 or 3 goals? Because Morocco and Brazil are going to be a lot tougher oppositions.
Yeah, and I think Morocco were the better team against Brazil, which will have come as no surprise to anybody who watched them at the African Cup of Nations. Listen, we'll have to wait and see about that. Scotland, over the years, have been eliminated in goal difference on snookers, the drawing of lots. Famously in 1974, they were the only team in the tournament not to lose a game in the whole tournament and still contrived to get eliminated in the group stages. So listen, we have serious records when it comes to being eliminated in these tournaments. But listen, as it stands, to be positive, 3 points might be enough.
Yep. David, thanks so much.
Never know.
Thanks for coming on and talking about Group C leaders Scotland. Is that okay?
That'll do nice. So let's hope you're still saying that next week.
You never know. Dave, have a lovely day. Thanks for coming on, pal. He's gone. Coming up, we head stateside as the World Cup played second fiddle to the New York Knicks, winning their first NBA championship since the 70s over the weekend. Gabby apparently is fuming about Taylor Swift jumping on the bandwagon. We'll find out more after this.
I think you've got a couple of positions that Rashford, Gordon, the centre halves. I know Peter
Saka one on the. How fit is Saka?
Yeah, how fit is B? I think you look at it. Morgan Rogers. The big one is Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham. Who's going to start? Who's not going to start? Can you fit them both into?
Who's starting?
No, Benny, come on. For me, Morgan's had a fantastic couple of years at Aston Villa. Yeah. A fantastic couple of years. And to see what he's done for Man City when I played with him when he was coming up through the youth team to then go and do what he's done now, it's not shocked me, but it's a great step in the right direction to where he wants to be. But I think Jude's done it for season in, season out. Obviously, he's had a little bit of an injury season, we're going to say, but Jude's quality is still there.
Let me ask you then, Charlie, because you've been an outside perspective, because all the fans, obviously English fans, are going to say, we're going to win it. And after last night, we're definitely going to win it. After what you saw last night, I know you're going to say England are one of the favourites, but can you see England winning it, or do you still think there are other nations out there that look better?
No, I do think there is other nations that have got a real good chance. I think I look at the Netherlands and I think they're probably a little bit of an outsider. But looking at the odds today, it's Brazil are probably, and Argentina, two South Americans. You'd expect a South American team to go there. I think it's a shootout for me between France and England. That's what I believe. I think that England have got a brilliant chance. Thomas has made the decision to go and leave these players, Foden, Palmer out, and he's made that decision. And I thought England were really good last night. I thought they'd go and let's say, for me, Stones plays because he can control the game for you in the heat. He's very good with the ball. Mark Gahey, very good with the ball. I just thought that partnership could really dovetail really well for England. And I think, and I've said it last couple of tournament, I think England are really, really strong and they've got a good opportunity of winning this. As a Scotsman, would I like to see it? Absolutely not. but for my son who was born in England, I would love to see for him the opportunity of England winning a major tournament.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. It's 7:20. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. I've never seen you drink tea, by the way, anymore. I've just made myself a cup of tea.
Tea?
You're not a tea drinker?
I have a peppermint tea now and then.
Okay.
Green tea. I'm not an, no.
Why is that? I do make the perfect cup of tea. So.
Yeah, I've just never been a tea guy. When I was a kid, but...
When you're a kid?
An adult.
When you're a kid?
I'm a coffee guy. Coffee only, really. Yeah.
What, when you're a kid, you having coffee?
That's tea.
What?
Are you okay?
How old were you when you were having coffee?
Probably 21. I'm saying when I was younger, I had tea.
Oh, I see,
I had
right.
tea when I was
okay.
younger, not coffee.
Okay. Talk to coffee. It's time for our coffee break with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT. Sponsored by Costa Express. Quality coffee, quality day.
Oh, we're playing the Spanish national anthem, are we? I like it. Laura Kirk-Francis, don't text in. He's back with us in the studio. How are you?
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, dungarees.
Aren't they? Costa Express.
They are amazing.
Dungarees today. I like that.
Dungaree?
Yeah, we're on radio, remember? Okay. Remember? Yellow dungarees.
I've forgotten.
Going to be on Rainbow later. What are we doing, Laura Kirk-Francis?
Right, we got a stateside.
Have you got a middle name?
Anne.
Laura Ann. It's a lot of words in your name.
Laura.
Anne, why Anne? With an E?
With an E. I think when you're born in the 90s, you've got an option of about 3 middle names.
Yeah.
Either Louise, Elizabeth,
Emma.
Anne. Emma.
How does it go?
Yeah.
Laura Ann Kirk-Francis?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Kirk-Francis is a surname.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, mate, how it goes.
It can only go that way, wouldn't it? Where would you stick Anne?
Why
It
not?
can only go after
How do you
Laura.
know- I didn't know that Kirk-Francis was the whole surname. I thought maybe Francis was Kirk the middle name. I don't know.
Kirk? Someone's called Laura. I like her, but she does look like a Kirk. Well, stick that in the middle then, no one will know.
Great name.
Go on then, Kirk.
Right then, so US focus then. How about this? We're going to talk about the Knicks in a minute, but President Donald Trump celebrated his 80th birthday with a UFC championship event on the White House lawn.
Incredible.
The first ever professional sporting event held at the presidential residence. How would you feel if we had a UFC or equivalent at 10 Downing Street?
Wouldn't bother me.
I think Buckingham Palace would work.
Buckingham Palace would work. That'd be better.
Right in the middle, because it's like a square with a big courtyard in the middle. That'd be amazing.
It's nice when things do happen and we know about. You know, that maybe in the past where things were happening that we didn't know about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? Is that dig at someone?
Yeah,
I think that is a dig.
I might get into it.
Oh,
I'll get into it.
No Monday. Maybe you could stick a paddle court in the middle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
Paddle game.
Bentley would somehow get an invite, wouldn't he?
Buckingham Palace, yes. Right then, back to the Knicks. So the New York Knicks ended a 53-year wait for their third NBA championship with a 94-90 win over the San Antonio Spurs, and this is what it sounded like.
We just won the NBA Finals for the first time in 50 years. Like, this is insane. I don't know how else to describe it. We did it. We hung in there, and we brought it home, baby. New York, New York. The city has been electric in a way that only New York City can be. Tonight, we're all neighbors. We're all celebrating the Knicks. We're just New Yorkers.
You hated that, didn't you?
No, I didn't hate it at all. I was trying to compare it to what it would be like in our world, but that's probably like Spurs winning the Prem, right? They haven't won it for 50 years. Spurs won it in 61.
I actually think it's more like Arsenal winning the Prem. I'm not just saying that. I think there's a lot of ties.
I dig on Arsenal.
Possibly, yeah. It's been ages, so they've waited.
Arsenal like 25 years, right?
Yeah.
They're
22.
50 years.
Maybe it's more like Spurs then.
Yeah.
Right then, we've got a bit of a quiz for you.
Love a quiz.
So you are going to take it in turns.
Did you get this cleared by the powers above?
Yes, I did.
Oh, fine.
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
okay.
I want you to name, so you're going to go one after the other, as
no.
many
Oh,
NBA teams as you can.
oh, I might be wrong.
Okay, hang on a second. We're going to have a timer on. We're going to have a timer.
Oh, I see.
You're going to go back and forth.
Oh, right, okay. Are we ready?
You ready?
Knicks.
Oh, very good.
Miami Heat.
Right, I don't know if this is...
Yep.
I've just got a word in my head. Panthers. Is that one?
Is that one?
It's wrong, it's not one.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yep.
Boston Red Sox. No.
Lakers.
Cincinnati Bengals.
That's NFL.
Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
The Tampa Bay Rowders. Is that one? No.
Nope.
Boston Celtics.
Yep.
I've done okay then.
You're doing all right.
Okay, see.
Keep going.
Oh, we've got more. We can carry on with this
Yeah,
game.
you've done about 4 of
just
30.
naming places in America. The Cleveland Blue Sox.
San Antonio Spurs.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Think of a city and think of an animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for that.
The Arizona Zebras. No? Is that not a...
Nope.
Cincinnati
I've done that. What'd you call them? What'd you say?
Colts. Come on, don't stop.
Come on.
Sorry, the Miami Dolphins.
No,
Oh, no,
Miami
that's-
Heat, we've done that.
Oh, okay. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Orlando Eagles.
Magic. Orlando Magic. Orlando
Magic, he's finally got one.
It is.
Yes.
Where else in New York, mate? There's another team in New York.
There won't be more than one in New York, will there?
There is, mate.
Kansas. We've done...
Kansas United.
What? The Clarinets? The Brooklyn Clarinets. Oh, Nets. Brooklyn Nets.
Yep.
Brooklyn Nets. What an awful name that is.
Yeah.
I need another one in New York.
We've done Cincinnati. I keep going back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Seattle.
The Nuggets in Denver. The Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets, yes.
Yeah.
You've got your ears.
I have got my ears in. Yeah. And they're still struggling in my ears as well. I think we've
done Chicago.
Yeah, we're terrible at this.
I think you're not very good at
It's
this.
the longest timer in history, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Imagine real game shows.
I think you've done, by my estimations, about 8 or 9.
Ed's come up. Ed's come up with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, that's good. There's a few other...
Basketball isn't me anymore.
No.
No.
I could have named like the best NBA player now.
Yeah, I could have named 5
James is
players.
still playing. Steph Curry's still playing, isn't he? But
Dennis Rodman.
We were going to have you do...
Michael Jordan.
We were going to have you do players, but we
Larry Bird.
might be a bit close. Might be a bit short.
No idea.
Right, so NBA's not great. Let's see about your film. So Timothée Chalamet was part of the celebrations for the Knicks.
Yeah.
He also said that he would rather the Knicks win than he won an Oscar, which is quite a statement.
Yeah.
So for this one, how many of his films can you name?
Okay. The table tennis one I've just seen.
The table tennis one.
Yeah.
You've got a name for it?
Merchant of Tennis.
Merchant of Tennis.
No.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Whoa.
Oh, see, I'm not a Shyamalan fan. Was he in James Bond? Mission Impossible?
No.
Indiana Jones?
Nope.
Goodfellas?
June 2.
What'd you say?
What'd
you say? Well, you take your ears out.
You got your ears.
Yeah, but they're not helping me. What's the table tennis movie called?
Marty Supreme.
Yes, great film.
That is a great movie. Yeah. He's in the Nike or Adidas advert. Do I get a point for that?
For you today, yes.
Okay.
You get a point
I
for
don't
that.
know which one it is.
I've got one. I think it is Beautiful Boy.
Yeah.
What's that about, Gab? Just roughly.
You, mate.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, good work.
It's about like, a coming of age story.
Yeah. Don't push it.
Any more for any more?
No.
No. I mean,
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll take that though. I'm happy
Batman.
with that.
He's not in Batman. No, he's not in Batman. He's obviously Wonka. He's in Interstellar. He's in Interstellar.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm still not seen that movie yet.
He's in Interstellar.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours long. I haven't got time in my life, sadly.
It is. Yeah, so you've missed quite a few there.
Little Woman.
Little Women.
Yeah.
Little Women.
Little Woman. Wow.
Little
I mean,
Woman.
if you want to prove that you're just listening to someone in your ear, Little Woman.
Great film, mate.
Is it? What about this tiny woman?
They're quite small, yeah.
What, quite small?
Yeah, don't do that gesture again.
Yeah, you know there's cameras there. No, he's got 2 tiny ponies in front of him.
That's exactly what Little Women is about. It's about small women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Great film, mate.
Great film.
And what is the plot?
It's about little women.
Yeah.
And their life, basically.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he,
it's
I
like
think he
being
falls in
that
love with one of them.
How little are they?
4'9".
Yeah, sub 5 foot, I'd say.
Yeah.
You should go and see it.
So he was in Willy Wonka, and he was. There's a theme there, isn't there?
Yeah, he's been typecast, unfortunately. Right, and then finally, what do you think about this? Trump has been allowed to stay with the celebrations for whoever wins the World Cup. So we had this at the Cole Palmer, very bemused during the Chelsea celebrations. Yes. Gabby, how would you feel if you won the World Cup? Oh, maybe finish that sentence. How would you feel if you won the World Cup, but Trump was in the photos with you? Would you be putting that on your wall at home?
Not really, but that's what he does, doesn't he?
You go straight into grok, wouldn't you?
It was quite weird, wasn't it, though? When, like, Cole Palmer was like, what's going on here? And the players just want to celebrate. You got Donald Trump there. So, I mean,
all I'll say is...
the World Cup, last World Cup, and imagine Trump's
I know.
Like...
He's got such a big ego. If I had his power, I'd probably do the same.
Yeah.
I need to be in this picture.
But if you're some of the players, you might be like...
Oh, yeah, of course. He shouldn't.
Fans of Trump.
No one should be there apart from the team that's won it, yeah.
But we're happy with Trump being there. He'll probably lift the trophy,
It's
to be
quite
fair.
funny, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll probably engineer it so he scores the winner. You know, like an Escape to Victory where Stallone had to save the penalty at the end? That's what he'll do. Have you seen Escape to Victory? Yes. Okay, have you?
Great film.
Did you know, here's a little fact about that, just quickly, sorry, that when Stallone was asked to be a part of the movie, he said, yeah, and they said, you're going to be a goalkeeper, and he went, okay, but I need to score the winner. And this is true, and they were like, the goalkeepers wouldn't score the winner. He goes, well, I need to be the hero, and that's why he saves the penalty at the end. But he wanted to be the goal scorer.
Oh, great film, great film.
You'll never get those 30 seconds back. Laura, thanks for coming in. Are you done now? Are you back?
No, I'll be back with Transfer Tinder.
Oh, we
yes.
like that. That was all thanks to our wonderful friends at Costa Express. Coming up, we'll turn our attention to Australia, shocking the world and beating Turkey. Mark Bosnich will be our guest next on The Breakfast Show. It's bang on 7:30.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT. Sponsored by Costa Express. Quality coffee, quality day.
I think when you look at Bellingham, especially like the last game, you know, he started the game and within the first 10 seconds, he had pressed the ball and he went out for a throw-in, and that sets a tempo, doesn't it? But something about him, Neil, I'm with you. It's like he knows that this country should be winning World Cups, and he's got that bite about him when I watch him play.
It's just the arrogance. I love the arrogance. I must tell you, when he was at Birmingham, I remember playing against him. I think he was 16 years. I had a good, tough lad in midfield, and I said, "Listen, you're playing against a kid tonight. Just sort him out. Just, you normal thing. Get stuck in, and he'll not want to know." And he actually ran the game, and I was watching him. I was thinking, bloody, I've never seen anybody like this at that age. He's amazing, he was.
You need the character. See, people sometimes, in football, you need an arrogance about you, all right? Yes. And to do what he's done at an age that he is, go to Germany, now he's gone to one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world, and he knows, he feels like he belongs there. That takes a certain confidence and arrogance. And I think sometimes, Neil, it can be misinterpreted by the public. That there's an arrogance that they don't quite understand.
No, I think it is by the public, but I think managers, you want that bit of arrogance from players like him, because if you're going to win anything, your top players have got to come forward, and he's that one that when he's on fire, he knows he can do anything he wants in that middle, and I just love that, mate. I just, I watched him in that 90 minutes, and I thought he was the one that really pleased me.
The 1982 World Cup gave us maybe the biggest redemption story in football. But to truly appreciate the rise of Paolo Rossi, we also have to understand his fall. 4 years earlier, in 1978, a 21-year-old Rossi was the next big thing in Italian football. His poacher's instinct in front of goal earned him a reputation, and he was constantly surrounded. Despite that, Rossi scored 3 goals as Italy secured a 4th-place finish. Then, in 1980, Italy was rocked by one of the most famous match-fixing scandals in football history, Toto Nero. It started when a market trader in Rome approached a restaurant owner whose venue was popular with professional footballers. The plan was simple: run an illegal betting operation where the public placed bets, not knowing that the players who ate at the restaurant were getting a cut to deliver certain results. The house and the players would always win. And it was all being run out of a Roman eatery. When a whistleblower went to the police, though, Rossi was suspended from football for 3 years. He consistently denied being involved and eventually had his ban reduced to 2 years. That allowed him to join Juventus for the final 3 games of the 82 season and win Serie A. And in those 3 games, Italy manager Enzo Bezzo saw a spark. Rossi was included in the World Cup squad and then the starting 11. In the groups, he did nothing. No goals, no assists, and the Italian public was begging for him to be dropped. Bear in mind, he'd played the likes of Peru and Cameroon and OK, Argentina. By the way, spot the very young Diego Maradona. Then, out of nowhere, he got a hat-trick against Brazil, another 2 in the semi-finals, and the opener in the final. Not only did he lift the trophy, He won the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball. It was maybe the biggest one-tournament turnaround the World Cup has ever seen. The whole story is so gloriously Italian, and considering he never played in a World Cup ever again, maybe it's one of football's greatest fairy tales.
That's more like it, that kind of music. That get me up in the morning. It's 7:35. Good morning, everyone. It's the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark, who are celebrating a massive summer of football by a used car in June. And you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. And by the way, happy school runners. I think 7:30 is the school running time. Yeah?
No, it's not.
Yeah, of course it is.
How early does the school start in London?
Oh, what time do you think?
8:45, 8:50.
No.
Yeah, school starts in Birmingham.
Oh, wow.
No, kids are still asleep, mate.
No, they're not.
They are, mate.
No, then mine's a 10 past 8. My little one.
Mine will be asleep now. They'll probably wake up at
What?
8:45, leave the house at like 20 to 9. Yeah. You only
What time? Sorry, what time
school starts at 10 to 9 when my kids go. Why is that late?
No wonder there's a lack of education.
Why in Birmingham? What time does yours start? 8?
10 past 8.
That's
You've got to be there for 10 past 8.
That's early.
Well, I just thought that's normal.
What time do they
isn't it?
finish?
What time do they finish? Good
1:30.
question. So, 4 o'clock? 4:30?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. You sound stunned by it. Is yours
No, but it's private school. That's
Yeah.
Because then they have longer holidays. That's
I know that. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they squeeze in more time during the school term and then
Oh,
they
I
have
see.
longer off.
Oh, right, okay.
That's how it
Probably
works,
won't,
yeah.
Fine. There you go. We got to the bottom of that one. Right, back to the World Cup. Now, Iran, they kick off their World Cup campaign at the magnificent SoFi Stadium in LA as they take on New Zealand. At 2 a.m, it's live on talkSPORT. Their place at the tournament had, of course, been in doubt due to ongoing conflict involving the US and Iran. talkSPORT's Ben Jacobs is following the team in LA.
Good morning and welcome to the Los Angeles Stadium. Iran behind me are acclimatising to the field, having safely arrived in the United States of America. They played New Zealand today in their World Cup opener. Now, yesterday, their manager, Andy Goldstein, said he didn't really want to be drawn into politics. Just before he met the media, it was actually announced by Pakistan and then the US President Donald Trump that peace had been achieved and there'll be a signing ceremony in Switzerland. But regardless of that, Goldstein did accept that preparation have been disrupted for Iran because they were forced to relocate from the United States of America to Mexico for their training base. He thanked the people of Mexico for their hospitality, but refused to be drawn on whether he felt let down by both FIFA or the US government.
Good work, Ben Jacobs. A reminder that Iran against New Zealand kicks off at 2 a.m. It's live on talkSPORT. Now, Australia pulled off one of the shocks of the tournament to beat Turkey in their World Cup opener. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
You come from a land down under. Now they're on the charge here with Iran. Kunda! Back to front. Australia lead. It's a devastating counter-attack. Conor Metcalf's driving forward. In fact, Metcalf's trying to go all the way. Oh, what a goal! He does go all the way. And Australia double that advantage. The noise inside this stadium is off the charts. There'll be a few more shrimps on the barbie down under tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, Watford's Iran Kunda became the youngest World Cup scorer for the Socceroos as Tony Popovic's side got off to the perfect start in Group D in Vancouver. For more on this, I'm delighted to say we're joined by a man that was capped 17 times by Australia, former Man United goalkeeper, of course. The legend is Mark Bosnich.
As well.
I don't think he likes to talk about that. When you play for Man United, you don't need to talk about Aston Villa.
He likes Villa more.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Bozzy, good morning to you. Can I ask you?
Good morning to you both. And Andy, listen, thank you for that wonderful introduction. But I think Gabby will understand this. After Aston Villa winning our first major trophy in 30 years, of course we're going to talk about Aston Villa.
Exactly. Yeah, but if you were writing your Bozzy, if you were writing your CV out, what team are you putting at the top to impress people?
Well, I would put the team that I first played for as a young kid, which is Manchester United. Then I would put Aston Villa, and I'd put next to Aston Villa 2 major trophies. Then Manchester United, 2 major trophies. Then Chelsea. Yeah.
Love that buzzer.
Bozzy, can I just say, I saw you play for Man United in goal when we played Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. It was 0-0. I don't know if you remember that game.
Yeah, I do.
That was a great night. The noise there was fantastic.
How did he play?
Wonderful night.
Well,
Wonderful night.
He didn't concede.
How did he play?
I think we scored and it was disallowed. So I saw a goal go in for a millisecond, but yeah, he played fantastic. Fantastic as always. Right, let's talk about you and your team. How far realistically can they go, do you think, Bozzy?
I actually thought at the start of the tournament, even though there are a lot of doubters all around the world, and understandably so, Australia's profile in terms of football at the moment is perhaps not what it should be, which is understandable. But I thought that we could go to the knockout stages, and my mind hasn't been changed. You saw the performance against Turkey. As Gabby would tell you, look, in football, it's quite simple. You can control games two ways, through possession and also from a defensive perspective. And they controlled that game from a defensive perspective. They were really compact. They were super organised, obviously super fit as well. Frustrated Turkey, but I think the most important thing is, there's one thing is to set up yourself that you basically make it very difficult for the opposition. The other thing is that you've got to keep providing a threat, because if not, the team that are attacking you are like, you know what, they're no threat whatsoever, so we can just do what we want. And they did that, and they got their goals. They had a wonderful performance by a shock selection in the end, young Patrick Beach, 22-year-old Australian goalkeeper, who was absolutely outstanding. It took a whole of Australia by surprise, that selection. But who dares wins, as they say. And also Paul O'Con-Engsler Jr., whose father I played with, his assistant manager. He was another shock selection, but he was outstanding in midfield as well. So onwards and upwards. They are coming up against the United States, which arguably has put the best opening game performance in thus far. So it won't be easy. But with that opening win and the fact that there's 8, of those, the best third place teams coming through, I think that's a major step. 1 point from 2 games, I think, will be enough.
I think as well, the last game's Paraguay, and they didn't look great, did they, against the USA in their game as well. But that result did surprise me, because Turkey got some very good players. But then I think to myself, Mile Jedinak, who I played with at Aston Villa, he's one of the coaches there at the moment, and you say they were organised, and they were. That doesn't surprise me with Mile being involved with the Aussies.
100%, Gabby, and you know him well. Very, very organised person. Was a wonderful defensive midfielder himself. Great resilience, and there's other people on that staff. Like I mentioned, Paul O'Con-Engsler's father. His father was an exceptional player during the 90s and early 2000s, and he went to Italy when Italy in the 90s, the Serie A was still the best league in the world. And another guy called Hayden Fox and Frank Jurich, the goalkeeping manager. They've known each other since they've been young kids, and what they've done really, really well. We know, look, out of something good comes something bad, and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
So over the last 15 years, been brilliant what we've seen Pep Guardiola achieve with Barcelona and the influence that it's had on the whole of football, going through. But the bad thing that's actually came out of that is that a lot of teams try to play that way as well. It just didn't suit the players that it had. Now, Tony Popovich hasn't fallen for that. Not during his club career as a manager, not during his national. He knows at this moment in time, you always keep it open, that Australia haven't got the players to execute that type of play. But what they have got is players that are, and I mean, when I say fit, like Gabby in pre-season, when you go, wow, that person's not just fit, he is super fit. They've got that all across the squad. Yeah, that type of fitness. That type of, you say, wow, that's an actual skill, that type of fitness. And he installs a wonderful esprit de corps. And there's no messing around as well. It's, he's really good at basically, keeping everybody on the same level. That's why he likes to have a lot of younger players. And he's not afraid to give him a chance. His big theory is you train well and you're better than the person who's in your position, you will play. And he stuck to that theory. And when you've got young players, as you know, Gabs, right, who see that, believe that, and then also see it on the pitch, like against Turkey, they're like, wow, we're going places here.
I think you can't underestimate as well Iran Kunda, the goal. I mean, that pace, that touch, and then the finish as well. I think he sort of shocked the Turkish defence, didn't he?
Well, very much so. Now, as we know, right, like I said to you, anyone can park the bus, so to speak, right? But there's a different thing to just parking the bus and also being a threat when you get the ball back. Because sometimes you're that tired once you get the ball back and you just whack it to somebody up front and you're hoping for them to do something against 2 or 3 players. It's nearly impossible. But if you can have a set way to say, right, when we get it back, this is what we're going to try to do, to give us a bit of a time to have a breather, that's absolutely brilliant. What's even better, if you've got somebody up front who can actually put the opposition under threat, it puts them in 2 minds. And not only Irakunda, but I had another guy called Mo Toure, who also done a fantastic job of doing that. But with someone like Irakunda, defenders are always reluctant to actually step all the way up because they know one decent ball over the top and they can get done. Defenders don't like that. Once defenders start dropping a little bit deeper, gives you a little bit more space to play once you get the ball. And he was outstanding. We've seen him do it before for Watford. And Connor Metcalf's goal as well was exceptional. But those two that I said, the two debutants in the international tournaments, Paul Ocon, Angsar Jr., and the goalkeeper, Patrick Beach, wow, they were outstanding.
Bozzy, you've been outstanding. Thanks as always for coming on. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Gabby.
Top man.
Thanks,
Look
pal.
after yourself.
What legend he is, former Australia goalkeeper Mark Bosnich.
And Aston
with us
Villa.
there. And Aston Villa still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Go big on landscaping with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need at travisperkins.co.uk.
Right, just over an hour, comedy superstar, massive football fan Jack Whitehall will be joining us in the studio, chat about his brand new movie. Tell us if England can finally bring it home. And Scotland fans, we know it's a bank holiday for you, but come on and tell us about that McGinn goal, what it meant to you. 03717 223344 is the number to dial. 03717 223344. Gabby thinks you've got a 50-50 chance of progressing out the group. Do you agree? That was our breakfast preview with the wonderful people at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. From fence panels to decking or paving packs to topsoil, Travis Perkins has all your landscaping needs covered.
Just one quick domestic story being reported that Brighton have made a £30 million offer to Spurs to Luka Vuskovic, who had a brilliant season, was one of the Bundesliga standout players last year. I think the optics of this, with the ownership, everything that went on last season, would be very poor. I mean, apparently it's a £30 million offer, but I just cannot believe Spurs would sell Vuskovic. They might loan him, but they certainly won't
Especially
be
with
selling
Van
him.
Hecker in the...
Because there is potential, and you don't want to get, too much hyperbole, but this could be a generational talent that Tottenham have got, and 30's far too cheap.
It's a big call, isn't it? If you're Tottenham, because obviously they're bringing in reinforcements of their own. I think it's going to be a really busy summer, both in terms of incomings and outgoings. But this is a genuine offer from Brighton. I've not been told if it's been accepted or rejected yet. You would imagine it probably will be turned down. Not too many teams accept the first bid that comes their way. I think key. The player fancies the move. He fancies going to play for Fabian Herzl, who probably thinks he'll get more game time at Brighton, more of a pathway into the first team than he would at Tottenham. But you're right. I think the Spurs fans want to see him at some point in a Tottenham shirt playing week in, week out in the Premier League. So I'm intrigued to see how they respond to this offer.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Well, look, keep wearing the hell out of that hat and enjoy the game tonight, Crookie. Thanks for joining us.
Crookie.
I will do. Cheers, guys.
Take
Keep
care.
up the good work.
It looks good.
There's Alex Crook there over in Dallas, where England will play their first game against Croatia. Luka Vuskovic, who's almost certain to start. I mean, he brings the average age of the Croatian team down by about 60 years because he's 19.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. It's 7:50. Waking up to the breakfast show, the World Cup breakfast show on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. No sign of Costa Carl, who's coming in 20 minutes ago. Oh, he's late, is he? It's going to be 8:30 now, is he? All right. It's lucky we're not desperate for that one.
Loads of queues in Costa.
Just go at the front, mate, if you work there. Or does he? Maybe he doesn't. Right, what do we know this Monday morning? We know that the captain, your former teammate, actually, Curaçao's captain, former teammate Gabby, Leandro Bacuna, says their fans will still be happy having seen the nation score at the World Cup in a 7-1 defeat to Germany. Lewis Hamilton was in tears after clinching his very first Grand Prix victory in a Ferrari Red, becoming the oldest F1 driver to win a race for 56 years. And following Jude Bellingham's admittance last Friday that England, quote, got things wrong off the pitch at the last Euros, keeper Jordan Pickford told Faker Others this overnight.
I thought it was a good group. I've always said we've had good togetherness ever since 2018. You know, you live on a journey, you go on a journey with everybody, and you've got to smile, you've got to be happy. I've always said as well in tournaments, it's not smooth sailing. It's always going to be a roller coaster. People will have down days. You might be sick of each other for the odd day. That's part and parcel of. But this camp, the manager wants that brotherhood, that togetherness, what I mentioned earlier, and he'll keep pushing that. And I think it's down to the players to keep driving that. But for me, on a personal experience, I love every minute when I'm away. Having the crack off the lads, having a bit of fun. Even if I'm getting battered myself, I'll take it on the chin. But that's what it's about. It's about just enjoying them experiences, and that's what I enjoy being an England player.
Gabs, what a lot of people don't realise, I was watching a documentary actually on the plane back yesterday about the golden generation, so-called golden generation. Yes. What people don't realise is you might have a great group of players, but so much happens off the pitch. Right? It's so important.
They all say the golden generation that maybe they weren't friendly enough to each other. They weren't great friends in the squad. That's why they didn't achieve. They should have won something, mate. Gerrard, Lampard, Beckham,
oh, frightening.
Ferdinand, Cole, Rooney, Terry. They should have, yeah. And they talk about it a lot, that they should have done better. But I've got a bone to pick. I need my legacy cap from.
Have you not got it yet?
I was meant to go when I think England played at Villa Park last summer.
Yeah.
But I got a late shout for it, and I'd already had holiday booked.
What's that with your number on it?
Something funny, Laura Kirk-Francis?
No, just that you prioritise your holiday over
100%.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely
fine. They can't give me a week's notice.
No, when you get a freebie holiday, you have to go to.
I need my legacy.
Is that the one with your number in it?
I think, yeah.
I got Bentley's his for him.
Did you? When?
Or when they first decided to do it about 2-3 years ago.
Where did you get it from?
I phoned up someone at the FA and got it, and then got the shirt made. And then present it to him on the show.
So I'll shout out here, please, just give me my legacy cap.
I'll get that for you. I know the people at the FA will get that. Mate. Can you remind me to do that, Ollie? We'll do it. We'll go to the shop down.
Holiday for it,
I think if it was an England cap, I might have done. Where we go? We're going somewhere really nice.
Skegness,
Dubrovnik.
Maybe.
You didn't think he was going to say that, did you?
Sure
and it was a freebie, like you said.
Yeah, of course it was. England kick off their World Cup campaign. Just 2 days, Croatia, their opponents in Dallas, 9 p.m. on Monday. Coverage begins with Adrian Durham, Stuart Pearce, and the team from 7 p.m. Right, you probably worked out. Time for a bit of this.
Stick a load of singles in there, and then they fall in love.
Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
36-year-old, you'll have the knockers, you will.
Just because it's offering its teat, do I really have to muscle on that?
Sarah Louise,
crack, you're up for it, aren't you?
I was in love at the time, that's what I was doing.
At the time?
Yes, Laura Ann Kirk-Francis is back with us.
Put the Ann.
We learned in the last break that Francis is her husband's name.
Yes.
Gabby asked that question.
Great name.
Where did that come from?
Francis.
Where did that come from? You got a lot of first names, but no last name there.
Yeah, it's also all first names.
Yeah.
Not much I can do about that.
What we do, we're doing Transfer Tinder, aren't we, of course?
Exactly. This is the part of the show where we do matchmaking.
Okay.
So swipe left if we're not happy, swipe right if we like it.
Yes.
Okay, so the Summer of Love is officially underway, and our first big suitor has locked down their target. Chelsea defender Marc Cucurella has joined Real Madrid in a deal worth $52 million. It is a classic tale of a long-distance relationship that's run its course, as Chelsea's high-energy fullback is reportedly longing for an emotional homecoming to Spain, proving that no matter how far you roam, your first love always calls you back. There, he will be under the spell of the special one, but will Cucurella be the happy one? Swipe left or right. It's kind of too late, really. But do we like this?
Who wrote that by us? That's a lot of words there.
Depends if you like it or not. Then I'm going to give you an answer.
I like it. Did you write it?
Too long.
I wrote the end of it. Too long?
Yeah, but the ending
You just
was
wouldn't write that in a column, would you?
Why not?
It's just too many words. I'd read that. If I was looking for that, I'd read that. I wouldn't know. Too many words.
Noted. Okay. Right. I'll let me just, while you discuss this one, I'll shorten the rest of them to a couple of words. Crack on.
I would say it's a fantastic move going to Real Madrid. He's been flirting with Barcelona as well. And if I'm Chelsea, players don't want to be there. Get rid of him.
Yeah, I am stunned that they've not let him go because it's all player power. Yeah, I think it's a great move.
Yeah,
great move. Yeah.
I think Real Madrid will be top team next year.
We're both going right.
Yeah, right. Perfect. Right, next one, and I'll read this very quickly.
No, don't change it for me. Don't change it for me. You do whatever you want.
Okay. Right then, next up, a bit of a teenage romance over in North London. Lille's 18-year-old sensation Ayoub Bouadi is setting pulses racing with rumours of a blockbuster move to Arsenal. His breathtaking World Cup masterclass against Brazil at the weekend completely turned heads, including Mikel Arteta's, and the Gunners are now reportedly ready to table a massive 60 million bid to win Bouadi the Baddie.
Yep. Oh, I like that.
That's good, isn't it? I wrote that bit.
Did you?
Really
it's very good.
Thank you.
I really like watching him. First time I've seen him play, he ran the midfield. Casemiro couldn't get around the pitch.
Great balance.
He got dragged at half-time. Very good player. And I checked as well. He's been France under 16s all the way through to 21s, and then he switched to Morocco, and that was his fourth cap as well. 18 years of age as well. Fantastic for your World Cup debut. I think a lot of teams will be looking at him. I think there'll be a lot of bids on different
60? Is that a lot of money?
I think that's a no
bargain.
Right. At the 18 and the way he played against Brazil.
Yeah, I agree.
That age, that maturity, I really like him.
To be that age and take the headlines against a side like Brazil,
exactly.
that tells you doing something special.
He can also play, I think he can play right back as well, so very versatile.
Very talented.
PSG in from him as well, so it'll be Arsenal.
We both love him.
Yes.
We love him.
Yes, right.
That's a right. And then finally, Jared Branthwaite to Manchester City. A high society chase happening in the northwest. talkSPORT sources indicate that Manchester City are preparing to sweep Everton's towering defender completely off his feet this summer. Enzo Maresca is playing the smooth-talking suitor, whispering sweet promises of silverware to try and lure the centre-back away from Goodison Park. Yes or no?
I will say right as well. I really like him, and I think he'll suit that team as well.
You've got a match.
No-brainer.
We were in for him quite a few times, Man United.
Who's we? Oh, Man
United. I think he's a very good player. There sounds like there's a butt coming.
Yeah, go on, mate.
What's your
problem with him?
No, I don't have a problem. I'm yet to be convinced. What sort of money are we talking?
70 million is the rumoured fee.
Yeah, I mean, centre-halves, decent young English centre-halves.
He's very good, though. I know I know what you're saying. He hasn't been at his best. He's had injury problems.
Yeah. I haven't seen that yet.
He's cool, he's quick.
But I think it will come. Yeah. I'll definitely buy him, so yes.
Wow, well, 3 for 3 on today then.
Yeah, you like
Lots
that?
of matchmaking done. Perfect. Lovely stuff.
Is that it?
That is it.
You know what? I did get a message off on the weekend.
No.
Lovely lady, Rachel.
Who's Rachel?
That's Sam Ellard, who you set her up with. Sent me a DM saying she's disappointed, mate.
In what? In Sam?
Didn't come
Did
through.
Sam not speak to her?
You know what I mean? Like you set it all up, mate, and you don't go through with it, mate.
Hold on. We've glossed over this. He had a date last week.
He did have a date last week.
And we've not even discussed that when.
Mate.
Is he still in the building?
He's not, but I've got some.
Oh, come on, then.
Yeah. We've got time, right? Ollie's just done that.
Ollie, come on.
Is that how long we got left, or is that what happened on the date?
Go on then.
Right, date went well. We've got another one booked in this week with the same person.
Same person?
Okay, we'll go for a second one.
So she's real.
She's real. Yeah, she's real.
And he's not like blown her up or anything. She's a real human.
She's real. They went somewhere in Borough Market, I believe.
Lovely.
What, over there?
Very close to here.
Oh, he's so lazy, isn't he? Just pop over the road.
Yes, another one booked in for Friday.
Wow.
You know what he's got to do, though? There's no reason why he can't date Rachel as well. You can date different people at the same time.
Can you?
Yeah, they do that on Love Island, don't they?
Yeah.
Just
Can have a quick chat over by the fire.
See which one you like the most, Sam. Don't keep your options open.
Is that something that you've done before, Gabby? Keeping your options open?
No. I've been in relationships all my life.
Right.
Loyal guy.
Good boy.
Okay.
On that note, thanks for coming in. Are you done now for the day? You okay? Have a great day. Enjoy.
Half day Mondays.
Yeah, half day. Look at the face. Look. Half day. It's not even half, quarter. If you're just waking up, Sweden, have a lovely day. Sweden, they tonked Tunisia 5-1. Ivory Coast beat Ecuador 1-0. Japan, they drew 2-2 with the Netherlands. More on those games throughout the morning. Don't forget, of course, we've got more action today. Spain, they take on Cape Verde at 5 p.m. Belgium against Egypt at 8 p.m. We've got a very special birthday announcement in about 15 minutes. And next up, we'll turn our attention to Scotland. Gabby's going to give them a 50-50 chance of making it to the knockout stages. We'll discuss more after this on The Breakfast Show. It's just coming up. It's not really, it's a little bit late. To 8 o'clock.
What about the World Cup? Is the US of A ready for the World Cup? I went out with producer Luke and assistant producer Joe in the streets of Lower Manhattan yesterday, and we kind of gauged the feeling. You lot ready for this?
I think the country will probably be most into it right in the group stage because that's probably when we're going to do the best, unfortunately. You know, I think there are great soccer towns in America. I'm not sure New York is one of them.
Not that much this year, to be honest. With the Knicks in the finals, I think that's taken the attention of the city.
It doesn't sound like they're buying tickets, so, I mean, only so much. Yeah. I mean, they're not really buying into it. Did they not sell out the first game? Is that what I heard?
I don't follow soccer that much, so no. And then as a person that lives here, it's going to be quite disruptive for us. So, you know, but hey, should be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's at MetLife Stadium, so there's a lot of attraction there. You know, the Giants play there, the Jets play there, so there's going to be a lot of people flying in from overseas to check out the games for sure. Yeah.
So it's the biggest World Cup ever. Might it be the best World Cup ever?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Knicks, you know, but we'll get to the World Cup when we get there.
Gotta watch some. Gotta support everybody.
Okay, and the USA are in it. Obviously, they're one of the host nations.
But we ain't gonna win.
No? Who'll win it?
More likely gonna be Spain.
Yeah, probably. How's Birmingham, Alabama?
Hot. Mosquitoes. A lot of loud talking people.
Birmingham, Alabama. Wow, as the song goes.
That's where you can say howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'll remember.
We've seen some incredible goalkeepers grace the world stage. Banks, Zoff, Buffon, Neuer. So why is Lev Yashin from the Soviet Union considered the greatest of them all? Say Yashin to a teenager these days and they'll probably look like this. After all, he played decades ago for a country that doesn't exist anymore. He never even played in a World Cup final, yet he still, more often than not, comes out on the top of ranking lists. In 1958, the Soviet Union lost 2-0 to Brazil in the group stage, but without a 28-year-old Yashin who'd stopped a rampant Pelé from scoring, the scoreline would have been embarrassing. He was key again in a draw against England, which helped the Soviets into the knockouts. They would eventually lose to the host Sweden, but many considered Yashin to be the reason they got as far as they did. He was revered at home, and his club form was out of this world. In the 4 seasons between 58 and 62, he hit a 1-in-2 clean sheet ratio almost every season. That is insane. By comparison, in the 4 years to 1966, Gordon Banks was closer to 1-in-4. All of that made his dramatic flop in 62 that much more shocking. He conceded 4 in a group game to Colombia, including the only World Cup goal ever conceded directly from a corner. They were knocked out by Chile, and so shocked was Chile's winning goal scorer, Eladio Rojas, that he hugged Yashin in celebration. Back home, Yashin was blamed for everything. He was the scapegoat. After bricks through his window and messages left on his car, he considered packing it in. But he kept going. And in 66, the return to form of the man they called the Black Spider was lauded. After his team finished 4th, Yashin was given the Order of Lenin, the Soviet Union's highest civilian honour. All of that is why today, the best keeper in the world gets the Yashin Award. That's right, These modern-day greats stand on the shoulders of that Soviet giant.
Morning, everyone. 7 minutes past 8. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in the upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing plus the chance to win the cost of it back this June. Already it's a humdinger of a show, although there is a downside to today's show.
Oh, what's happening?
None of us have had our coffee yet.
Why is that?
Because Costa Carl, who said, "Oh, I'll be here at 7:30." And by the way, we've not met him before, and they say you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
Yeah, you know.
And where is he? Where's the fella?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in Costa Carl because I bigged him up. You know what I mean? I bigged the city up and I bigged Carl up, and he's let me down, mate.
He's let all of us down.
I think he's gonna make up for that, mate.
With what?
I think me and you will both get a gold card. Free Costa
nice.
Express forever.
Or we'll just get his card. If he works here, he's going to have money off, right?
I think he'll get him free, surely.
Yeah, he should do, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just have that. That's fine.
Or we can meet him every morning.
My worry, here's my worry, right? Here's my worry.
Go on.
You know, people get a nickname and they're nothing to do. Like for example, if you ate chips all the time, your mates might call you like Gabby the Chip
or Chippy,
right? He might just be Costa Carl because he loves Costa, and he might just be a listener and he'll pop into a Costa
could be his name.
Huh?
Could be his name.
Costa, what his first name? Costa, maybe he's like Spanish or something.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Portuguese, yeah.
But
We didn't
hopefully
think about that, did we?
Listen, hopefully he comes in and hopefully he looks after us because we deserve it, mate.
We do.
You know, big partnership with Costa Express.
If you're listening, Costa Carl, get a shift on. What a show we got coming up. Comedian, actor, huge Arsenal fan Jack Whitehill will be right here in the studio in less than an hour's time. And former Dutch defender Mario Melka will also join us to talk about the Netherlands' opening 2-2 draw against Japan. If you're waking up, Ivory Coast scored a last-minute winner against Ecuador, thanks to Amad Diallo. And also, Isak and Gyökeres both scored for Sweden in a huge 5-1 win against Tunisia. But now Scotland, they're off to a flyer in the World Cup after waiting 28 years.
It is the pinnacle of the beautiful game, the global game. Now it's the turn of the Scots. Low ball in Adams, what a save! Up to McGinn! Deflected in! Super John McGinn! It's Scotland's first goal at a World Cup for 28 years!
Partner Army behind me, up on the barriers, going absolutely wild.
We talked about having a lead for half-time. We've got it. Now we've got to go and build on that. Brilliant.
Scotland are off and running at the World Cup. More than 10,000 days had passed since Scotland last saw a World Cup goal. A whole generation of fans have waited for a moment like this. It's 80-0. Scotland won.
Yes, Despite Haiti being ranked 82nd in the world, they made it tough for the Scots, who ran out 1-0 winners thanks to a John McGinn goal. After Brazil and Morocco drew, Scotland moved top of Group C. They've got a huge chance of qualification. Scotland gaffer Stevie Clarke spoke about his emotions after the game.
Sometimes I put myself under too much pressure, but when you're in charge of a group of players like this, I think you have to appreciate what you've got, and I really appreciate what I've got in that squad. They've never let me down. They've had bad results, but they've never let me down, and that's why I can come to a tournament like this and enjoy it. I've never been to a World Cup. I've waited 62 years to be at a World Cup. I've been in football 44 years. This for me is everything. It's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to a World Cup with my country, and I'm sitting here now talking to you guys. That's the downside. I did so well.
They seem to be in great spirits out there. Is it a different Steve Clarke to the one we saw at the Euros last time out, Gav?
I think it's early days. Listen, the first game in the Euros was Germany. That was always going to be a tough game against the host nation. And sometimes that first game, if you get a good beating, it can make confidence low. That seemed to happen. To get off to a win, yes, he would have wanted to win more comfortably, but he'll just be happy to get off to a great start, 3 points. And then he's got to think of a different game plan now for Brazil and Morocco, because a lot tougher tests to come. But like he says, mate, he's realistic as well, Andy. He'll know it'll be difficult to get anything out of those two games, but they've given themselves a chance to qualify.
We're going to go to the phone lines in about 20 seconds. If you call up, you could be next after Ollie. 03717 223344. Fastest finger first. If you call, you'll be next. 03717 223344. Right, let's speak to Ollie. Morning, Ollie.
Morning, Oliver.
Morning. Nice to have 3 points on the board already at the World Cup.
Wow. If someone would have said that to you before the World Cup, what would you have said?
I would have snatched the hand off. Thank you very much. I'm bagging it now.
Let me ask you this. The performance wasn't great, and they could have nicked an equaliser at the end. Obviously, the argument to that is who cares? It doesn't matter. But does it matter?
No, I do. I think it does matter. I think there was obviously a huge amount of pressure and nerves given. We haven't been to a World Cup since '98, and I think just getting the points and grinding out the result was most important. I think hopefully the pressure will be off on Friday night against Morocco. I mean, Morocco are a very good team, and actually we tend to play better against better teams.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, Ollie. I think after winning that first game, though, now as a Scotland fan, you're thinking we have to qualify. If we can get through second, great, it'd be tough. But as that third place, 8 out of 12 go through, that's what Scotland have to do now, don't they? It'd be so disappointing for the party to be over after the Brazil game.
You're right. It's the hope and the expectation that kills you as a Scottish fan.
Okay, Ollie, thanks for that. Let's go to Scott, who obviously is a Scotland fan. Hi, Scotty. Morning to you.
Good morning, Scott.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Gabby. How are you doing?
All well, mate.
You got a day off today?
No, mate. I've just pulled into work, unfortunately.
Okay. How's your head?
It's all right, mate. I've had a day off to recover from it, but I'm buzzing. I'm still buzzing. I think it's fantastic for Scotland to be there. I think I'm a pragmatic fan. The game was pretty rubbish, and as you keep on mentioning, Andy, they were 82nd in the world, so we know who we've beaten. But yeah, I think it's great for Scotland, and we've waited a long time for this.
Why do you keep saying that, Andy?
My producer writes it down for me.
No, he doesn't.
That's how it works in TV and radio. You've got script sometimes to go into audio.
I'm sorry about him, Scott. I'm going to be more positive, mate. I am watching the game, listening to the national anthem. It's gone viral. The passion from the Scottish fans is amazing, isn't it?
It's unbelievable the noise that we make. Yeah. We're just there to enjoy it. We're absolutely buzzing. And I'm from Aberdeen as well, from a small town these days, and just to see the streets just absolutely packed at 5 a.m. was just fantastic.
How far can you go in the World Cup, do you think, realistically?
Realistically, I think watching Morocco-Brazil, I think Morocco are the dark horse here. I honestly think if we're going to get another point, I think it comes from Brazil, and I know people are going to laugh at that.
No, you're right.
I think Morocco were.
Can I ask, do you think Morocco are the dark horse, or do you think that Brazil are just poor?
A bit of both. I think Brazil are filled with unbelievable talent as usual, but I think in the England team that I grew up with in the mid-2000s, they were just filled with people like Gerrard, Lampard, etc., and they just don't know what to do with them as a unit.
I think there's a lot of pressure on Brazil as well back home. There's so much pressure on them to win the World Cup.
Yeah, as there always is, right?
Always for Brazil. I mean,
when was the last time I went? 2002, wasn't it?
I I think it was, yeah. Was it 02?
Long time, yeah.
02, yeah. And the pressure that they get back home. I said it before last week, watching that documentary from '94. The pressure, mate, on the players because they were poor in the World Cup in 1990. So they would have had that, and they looked like a nervous performance. A few changes, I'm sure they'll be better.
The problem is they look like the old Brazil because obviously the kit.
Yeah.
And then they don't perform anywhere near.
I know it's harsh, but Thiago, he's done well last season, but watching him, mate, it was a tough watch at times.
I agree, yeah.
Really tough watch.
Coming up, we'll say a big happy birthday to a certain talkSPORT legend and someone who would have definitely loved that Scotland win. Stay tuned.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you're pleased for him. 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where you can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy because I like him. Now, obviously, I don't know where you sat on it. I think I know where you sat on it. Nobody wanted Celtic to win besides Celtic fans because we wanted Hearts to win.
Well, that would have been the story, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Celtic story was a great one, too.
Martin did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. He went in there and he galvanised Celtic. And so the discussion about whether Martin O'Neill should be given a new contract perplexed me. Besides the fact he kept on telling everyone how bloody knackered he was.
Actually, Brad Friedel's with us, as he will be here in New York. Brad, whatever happened to Wilfried Nancy? Do we know? He came back here with his tail between his legs, having been a major flop in his short time in charge at Celtic.
I'll tell you, it very similar. I came over here and I was the head coach of New England Revolution. I found it very difficult to go from the professionalism of the Premier League this way. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too stubborn to stay in my own professionalism. I wouldn't adapt to where the level of MLS was.
Steve Nicol was there for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there with, and then Jay Heaps and then myself.
And Paul Merrin as well.
I think what Wilfried did, he adapted to the US culture and he went over there. When you go to a club like Celtic and you hear his first interview, I don't care about the results, it's how we play. No. Results matter, and the fans will actually put up with you playing poorly if you're winning the matches for a certain amount of time. So I think he found that change going to that type of club very, very difficult.
Yeah.
With Martin, I played for Martin for 2 years at Villa. He's the boss. He knows what he's doing. When I first got there, it was a...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Turn out a bit. Yeah, big birthday. Welcome, Max 820. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and Gabby Agbonlahor. It's June the 15th. The birthday of talkSPORT's undisputed legend, king, the one and only Alan Brazil, who turns, get this, the kids will love this, 6'7" today.
628. We'll hear from Southgate next.
No, Hussein, was it Hussein?
I know who you mean.
Hussein Hantel.
John Bon Jovi, Gary Halliway.
He also baptised Roberto Flamingo a few weeks ago.
Cristiano
Coldplay, an American R&B sensation, ZA. The team have now travelled over 400 miles to the second test in, oh dear, Visakhapatnam.
Toby. You know what I mean? Toby. People are beginning to ignore Liverpool. I don't see why. There was no Van Gogh last night.
That's amazing, that one. Listen, you work with him. I've never worked with Big Al. Obviously, I'm familiar with just how much of a legend and a superstar he is, but you've worked alongside him many a time.
You know what? Working alongside Alan, when I first started, I was like, okay, this guy is funny. Like, you're a funny presenter. There's so many other funny presenters you work with, but he's got that sort of like humour where, like, I don't know, he's like borderline. He knows exactly like what he's doing, and he knows how to make people laugh. If you get the newsreaders that come in and they're on, he's making them laugh. I feel like he lifts everyone, even when sometimes he comes in and he's a bit like, ugh. Yeah. And then 6:01, he's there, he's performing. Legendary, and some of the stories he's got, mate. I mean, the one in Paris where he goes into the hotel room and he's in the wrong room and he ends up having a fight with a guy thinking that like he's in his room.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, some hilarious stories, and I think he's missed, and we can't wait for him to get 100% better.
Listen, I'm keeping him on for another 3 weeks.
And get back.
And that's it.
Because he's like a national treasure, Alan.
He is.
Honestly, the amount of times, the amount of laughs we've had. I mean, he savages Jamie O'Hara every time he can as well. Legendary guy.
What's amazing as well, right? He's 67 today. So happy birthday, Big Al. What's amazing is not only is he doing a show on talkSPORT every day, not only is that show the breakfast show, so you have to get up early, right?
Early.
It's 4 hours. All the other shows are 3 hours.
Yes.
Right? Now, I obviously do drive. It's a 3 hour show.
Yes.
And when I get home from drive at 8 o'clock, whenever it is in the evening, I'm tired. But doing this show, when you do 4 hours this early in the morning, if you do it for 5 years, hats off. 10, wow.
25 years.
Like, impossible. Let me tell you now, that longevity on a breakfast show in any country, on any station, will never be done again.
100% as well.
Yeah.
You know what else that shocked me as well was he knows a lot, mate. Mate, you'd be talking about something.
Why does that shock you?
He'd be like, I don't know, mate, footballer, isn't it? He'd be like, Napoleon, he done great, in the battle. And he's going back in time of like how much knowledge that he's got. In the quizzes as well we've done over the past, he's known majority of the answers. Yeah, legendary guy, missed a lot. Love him.
What'd you get him? Birthday today? What'd you get him?
I got him something, mate. It's a bit delayed. So
As in you've not got it yet?
Yeah, I told him it's going to be there in about 3-4 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Big Al.
Yes, happy birthday, mate. We're listening.
We want you back as soon as possible.
Yes.
All right.
Legend
indeed. Napoleon, my producer Ollie, is very clever. He's just writing
Napoleon
has done well in the battle. Oh, is that what Gabby said? That was the inside info we got.
Is that what he says, Alan? Yeah.
No, that's what you said. Napoleon's done well in the battle. There's a wonderful history lesson there from
Sorry, I haven't memorised what Alan said about Napoleon and when he was laughing about it, Ollie.
What nationality was Napoleon?
He had a bit of French in him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're funny, mate.
Right, happy birthday,
Great film,
Big Al.
Great film. If you can watch it.
What is?
When Napoleon had come out in the cinemas.
Is it? I didn't know
a year ago.
Who played Napoleon?
I can't remember, but it was a top film.
Okay.
Go and watch it, mate. You watched Michael Jackson before as well.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Right, time for the latest odds with Coral and the wonderful Dave Stevens.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Right, a huge day of World Cup action, of course. Spain take on Cape Verde, Belgium against Egypt, Saudi Arabia against Uruguay, and Iran against New Zealand. All live on the talkSPORT network. So much to talk about. Dave, good morning to you.
Morning, Steve-O.
Gents, a very, very good morning. Look, just firstly, just to echo everything you've just said there, happy birthday, big man.
He's an absolute legend. You're right, Andy. The longevity of the breakfast show itself is fantastic. So many great stories. Gab, you touched on one. If you ever get Al 15 minutes to tell that one in full when he's in Paris in the wrong room, beats the bloke up so you think he's in bed with his wife. And Al, if you are listening, and if you're not, why aren't you? But if you are, you won't mind me saying this. Just Google Bob Monkhouse 2 version.
Oh, God. Incredible.
That's mine. That Bob IO 2 versions is incredible for so many reasons. My favourite reason is you actually then are suggesting you did hear one version where he had passed away and another one where he hadn't. And you didn't question it. It's amazing.
Yeah. So listen, that's the big man. But there is a bank holiday in Scotland today. The fact it's Al's birthday is very fitting as well.
You're right.
But let's just touch on them. They did win Scotland.
Yes.
They are now... Gab, what do you think? They're 50-50 to qualify. Did I hear that right earlier?
You know what? I'll just look at the goal difference because I only scored 1 goal. Brazil and Morocco. Yeah, I'm 50-50, mate.
Okay, well, we the odds give them an 85% chance of qualifying from the group, which is obviously very positive.
Yes.
And Brazil-Morocco, I think we had a caller earlier. Yeah, Morocco looked good. Brazil looked pretty average. Scotland can go into that. I think Morocco maybe at 2-1 to win Group C's the little 100%. Bit of value there. But that was obviously over the weekend. In terms of today, I mean, look, let's start with what should be pretty one-sided. We saw Germany, well, they get conceded against Curacao, but obviously scored the 7. Spain 11-1 on, 25-1 Cape Verde, 10-1 the draw. Gab, even you, with your fondness for the draw, you're not going for a draw in this one, are you?
No, I'm not. But I did, I think it was Thursday or Friday, predict 2 draws that come in, apparently. Someone messaged me, and I didn't back it. It was 12-1. Yeah. I think it might have been Canada and Brazil game. I backed 2 draws, Steve, and didn't back it myself.
Well, there you go. Learn a lesson from that. Talk me through Belgium, Egypt, Gab.
I fancy Belgium to win. Belgium the strongest side, aren't they? Egypt, Mo Salah didn't have the greatest of seasons. Marmouche as well, very good player. But I'd back Spain and Belgium to win quite comfortably.
Yeah, well, okay, but I mean, Belgium are odds on as you'd expect. Egypt 5-1, the draw 3-1. Saudi Arabia, Uruguay.
Ooh, over to you, Andy. You're a big fan of Saudi Arabia and Uruguay.
I am. I'll be not only watching that, but I'll be taping it and watching it back when the World Cup final's on. I think there's only one winner there. I think an away win for Uruguay.
1-2 Uruguay. We agree. 13-2 Saudi Arabia, 130 the draw. And Iran versus New Zealand. New Zealand, the lowest. Am I right in saying the lowest ranked team in this tournament?
They are. Yep. I'm surprised at that though.
Yeah, me
with
too.
Curacao in there and Jordan and
yeah. Who wins this one, Gab?
I'll be staying up for this game. Can't wait. 2 a.m. start. I'm going to start setting up for the game at 1 a.m. because we've got a big show tomorrow, and we've got to talk about.
We're watching this one together tonight.
Yeah,
aren't we?
tonight. Yeah, I'm going to come round yours. Yeah. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. Steve.
Thriller at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Iran odds on 10-11 to win at 113. 4 days into this World Cup, Andy, Gab, how are you marking it out of 10 so far?
Great question.
Oh.
Do you know what's weird? I was thinking about this the other day when I was watching. Even though we're so used to European football with Champions League and all the other European, it just, when you watch it, it just feels like a World Cup.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Even though it shouldn't feel any different, it just does. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Steve, I'm loving seeing the fans, how much it means to the fans, celebrating different countries, of course. But I've been very impressed with USA's performance and Canada. Even though Canada only got the draw, they deserved a lot more. They're the 2 teams that have shocked me better than what they thought they'd be.
Yeah, and I think that even with my bookmaker's hat on, there's been enough Qatar getting equalised against Switzerland, which Switzerland were asking for.
Yes.
Yeah, they just did not go and finish that game. Australia were underdogs against Turkey, came away with a brilliant performance.
Even Japan last night were very good.
I thought Japan were full value. I know, heard you saying earlier that goals were deflected, but I thought they deserved at least
100%, mate.
In that game. So I think for me, it's better to say it's been a really good start. Just obviously we're all building up to England on Wednesday night. We'll touch on that later in the week. But yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Ask me again Thursday morning. Dave, thanks for coming on. Always a pleasure.
Cheers, fellas.
Looking well. Right, that was a look at the latest odds with Coral 18+, gambleaware.org. Jack Whitehall coming up very shortly, but after the Ivory Coast beat Ecuador last night, Gabby would tell us which player really stuck out for him. I can't wait for that. It's coming up after this.
The Coral Daily download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18+, gambleaware.org.
what is interesting there, I think, is that Bellingham is saying the group didn't connect as well as it could have done. Why is he saying that?
As a deflection. Listen, every player knows where they stand. I'm going to give a story, but I'm not going to say the name of the player because that would be wrong. But I will say it was Martin O'Neill because he won't mind me saying this.
Okay.
So you'll get enjoyment. There was a player who came into the Aston Villa changing room, and he was like, "I need to talk to the manager." And us as players were like, "Yeah, you got to go talk to him. You got to go talk to him," because we knew kind of how it was going to go. So he bursts in there and he knocks on the door and he's all bold and brave. And then Martin O'Neill goes, "What? How can I help you?" And he goes, "I need to know where I stand." He goes, "You haven't played for me and kicked the ball for me in 3 months. You know exactly where I stand. Now turn around and get out of my office." Players know where they stand. If you're starting, you know where you stand in the manager's eyes.
Yeah.
If you're a substitute, you know that the manager does like you, but maybe he thinks in formation or whatever, that's something else. If you're not playing, you know also exactly where you stand.
The memo's clear. I mean, the interesting thing is that it's you get an insight into the psyche of a player, but the most important thing is the follow-up question to what he says. And there isn't the follow-up question. There's just a one-way transaction of we needed to feel loved, we needed to feel, in a certain way, and we didn't connect together, and perhaps we didn't celebrate wins as much as we should have done. Well, there's a real, that's the nature of the beast. That's the society that we live in. Sometimes things are taken for granted, and it's the criticism that comes more readily than the praise. But if you're a team, do you want to be in a big team that has expectations of you? Do you want to play for a big club like Real Madrid that has expectations of you? I would imagine he'd spend more time complaining about playing for Real Madrid and the expectations upon him as a Real Madrid player than he would playing for his country.
Right.
And the challenge to that sort of question should be, well, what is it?
If there's one thing Brazil loves more than samba and sunshine, it's football, or as they call it, futebol. And trust me, this love story goes way back. It all started in 1884, when a young Brazilian named Charles Miller returned from England, aged 21, carrying a pair of footballs and a Hampshire FA rulebook. He was basically the original influencer, bringing back trends from abroad. And just like that one mate who insists you have to try their new obsession, Miller convinced everyone to give this little English sport a go. Spoiler alert, it caught on. The entire nation fell head over boots for the game. And fast forward a few decades, it was time for Brazil to start playing in the World Cup. Then came 1958, the year a 17-year-old kid named Pelé showed up and Brazil won its first World Cup. From there, Brazil kept adding stars to the jersey, 5 to be exact. The only country with that many titles and the only country to participate in every World Cup. Jogo Bonito, the beautiful game, became Brazil's signature. It's part of the national identity. Think dazzling footwork, joyful play, and the occasional move that makes you wonder if gravity just took the day off. So next time you see that iconic yellow jersey, remember, it all started with one guy, 2 footballs, and a nation ready to fall in love.
.35, good morning everyone. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark, who are celebrating a massive summer of football by a used car in June, and you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. I just popped out to the reception area at talkSPORT, saw the wonderful Joe on reception.
This is amazing.
A lot of fruit out there, and I'm halfway through a pear, right?
Lovely.
Top 3 fruits, Gab, in your
Top
world.
3, I would say apple.
Number 1?
No, number 3.
Okay, apple 3.
Number 2, grapes.
You know, great, okay, seedless.
Yeah, and seedless. Number 1, a nice, sweet tangerine.
That's your number one, is it, tangerine?
Yeah, I would do.
You
What about you?
I'm chucking mango as number one.
Nah, I'm not really a fan of mango, mate. No.
Mango's unbelievable.
No.
I'll put strawberry number two.
Yeah.
And apples, they always get you out of trouble, so I'm going to stick an apple in there as well.
Not a pear that you eat now.
I like a pear, actually. I need a knife to eat a pear.
Yeah.
I hate biting into
I haven't got the teeth to eat like pears, mate.
What do you mean? You
Fall
haven't
out,
got...
mate.
Why? Are they real? Are they your teeth?
Yeah, they're not.
Why would they fall out?
When I eat like apples or pears, like.
I know what you mean.
Oh, you know what I mean? It feels like they're working hard.
I need a sharp knife. That's what I need.
I was messing my daughter right.
Yeah.
On the way to school, I says, "Oh, have you heard the news? Under 16s can't use social media."
Yeah.
She's fuming. Stop. Why? That's not fair. Oh, it's made my.
But that I just don't think. I don't know how you can police that.
I'll police it.
Why didn't you police it before?
You got because I don't mind it, but now that it's
now
not
it's illegal.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is that when's that from? Has that been brought in?
Hopefully before January when she's 16. Please bring it in now.
Well, my 14-year-old,
what's it going to do, mate? They're going to be there like.
Do you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to make her delete the app in front of me. Give me your phone.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
TikTok, mate.
I've lost all my followers. Imagine that. Right, back to the world of football, because over the weekend we've already had some huge moments at the World Cup. Here's how it all sounded live on talkSPORT.
Up to McGinn! Deflected in! It's Super John McGinn! It's Scotland's first goal at a World Cup for 28 years!
Vinicius Junior cuts back inside. Brilliant goal! Absolutely brilliant goal! A moment of absolute genius! Rankunda! Back to front! Australia lead!
Breaks for Lacardia inside the penalty area for Curacao, and then Comaneci scores! And Curacao have their first goal at a World Cup final! Straight towards the penalty spot, and in for 2-2. It's a Gawa, a powerful header from the corner.
And the strike finds the bottom corner. And it's Amad Diallo.
And it's rifled in to the top corner. It's a brilliant strike from Yasin Ayari.
Yes, the World Cup is well and truly underway now, with standout performances coming from Australia, USA, then Sweden last night, tonking Tunisia 5-1. Meanwhile, it was a massive win for Ivory Coast thanks to Amad Diallo's late winner for Ecuador. Then Yan Diomande was the star of the show, scooping the Man of the Match award. The RB Leipzig man is linked to Liverpool and PSG with £100 million price. Everything's £100 million now. I mean, listen, he looks fantastic.
Yes.
Do we go a little bit crazy? 100 million. I think a price tag on him.
Yeah,
now.
but I think when you're so young, so for instance, look at Ryan at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Similar age. I'm sure he's got a release clause of over 100 million. So when you're that good at that age, because you've got so long left in your career, hopefully, if you don't get injured, of course, your price is going to be so much higher than maybe a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
I know he's not proven amazingly yet, but Diomande last season, 12 goals, 9 assists in the league for Leipzig. He's 19 years of age. Even over the season, 118 successful dribbles, 50 more than anyone else. And last night, he made Hincapié look ordinary.
Yeah.
He literally twisted him left, right, and centre. Like, that performance last night from him as well on the big stage, 19. I think he goes PSG, because I think he's going to choose PSG the way they're performing at the moment. And that might let Barcola go to Liverpool.
Okay.
So apparently Barcola... No, if Diomande signs for PSG, they'll let Barcola go, because they don't need that many wingers.
It looks like his style will fit perfectly into PSG as well.
100%, mate. Straight in there. And he looks like he scores more goals than Barcola. Barcola likes to miss a lot of chances. So... either way, I think Liverpool get one of the two players, but PSG, Diomande, 19, mate. And you know, nowadays, with the way Chelsea signed them for...
I know, I just think when you put £100 million price tag on a teenager like that, and you haven't seen him play, if you're bringing him to the Prem, like Jadon Sancho, right?
Yes.
United paid 70, 75 for him,
yes,
right? And he was smashing it in Germany.
Yeah.
Comes over, it doesn't work. I just think it's a big risk.
Oh, yeah, it is a risk. But I just think that when you're that good at 19, and you got to think, mate, you could get 12, 13 years out of that player.
Yeah, okay.
You're Leipzig, you're like, no, you're going to pay me. If you're Ryan at Bournemouth have says, we're going to put that release clause in, over 100 million. If you want him, show me the money.
Yeah.
I get it though. Okay. When you've not done it in 2-3 seasons, how can you pay that amount of money? But that's where football.
Did you not have a big price tag on your shoulders when you smashed them in the
Villa? So my release clause was 50 million at Villa.
Was it really? Yeah. Is that known?
100%.
Why are you you're smiling like you just made that up?
You're funny.
Have you just made that up?
I have, yeah.
All right, okay. Yeah. You must have had a big club coming for you.
Arsenal were interested. Spurs, yeah, but not a big club, no.
Right, back to the weekend. Brazil were held to a frustrating draw against Morocco with Vinicius Junior's screamer sparing Carlo Ancelotti's blushes. It's been, 24 years since their last World Cup triumph, and last night Alan Pardew joined Majestic and Kevin Atchard to discuss if he's under more pressure than Thomas Tuchel.
I mean, obviously, Brazil were expected to win it, and they go in with that expectation. I think the English public were like, we expect you to win it, but we're not really setting our heart on it. It'd be nice to win it. That's our kind of attitude. But I think Thomas, who initially got this contract for this tournament, that was his initial contract, which I thought made sense. Got to win it. And now they've renewed it. So in a way, for Thomas, I thought that took a little bit of pressure in. Whether they did that because they're really happy with the way he's worked, I don't know. But I think he gets them semi-final and he'll be okay. But it will be the quality of performance.
Yeah, the kind of football we see.
Yeah, if we go through the last tournament like we did in this one, then he won't survive.
I think there's so much pressure on the Brazil side every time they go to
every time.
But if you look at their forward line now compared to when it was Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo.
Yes.
I know we're talking of the exceptional, but still, I look at this Brazil team. When they run out, oh my, it's Brazil. But that's where it ends for me.
Yeah, of course. And watching that game against Morocco, they look like a nervous team. Gabriel and Marquinhos were not great at the back. The goal for Morocco, I mean, both of them not marking the striker. Casemiro, he looked 34 again.
He looked like he's had a long season.
Yes, he looked like a 34-year-old. He comes off. Fabinho comes on, ex-Liverpool defensive midfielder. He's 32. He lacks legs as well. I would start next game if I was Brazil. Ederson, who signed for Manchester United.
But you don't know what he looks like, right? You've only seen him on YouTube. Ederson.
No, I've seen him play for Atalanta.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen him play.
Oh, in the one game that they played out?
Have you watched him?
I've seen him on YouTube. No, I have. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him.
But
have you?
I would give him a chance, though. I haven't seen a lot of him, but if Manchester United are paying that sort of money for him, and he's been called up from an injury, he's going to be a decent enough player. And if you look at Casemiro and Fabinho, haven't got the legs in there, then I look at like Ryan, I look at Endrick, I look at Martinelli, I look at Cunha. Like I said last week, mate, it's not always the players that start the first game who are the ones that finish the tournament. Thiago up front, that didn't look like it worked. Do they start Cunha next game as a false nine? Maybe a better option. Even Neymar Jr., he's not fit.
No.
And apparently, have you heard this?
Here we go.
The 3 reasons why he got called up, he had to agree to. Because a week before the squad was announced, apparently Ancelotti wasn't going to put him in the squad. Then he thought to himself, if it doesn't go well and Neymar's not in the squad, will that work against me? But the 3 reasons to Neymar were, number 1, you're not going to be captain. Number 2, you're going to be a sub. And number 3, limit your social media.
How do you know this?
Because I heard someone who's in the know speak about it. Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it?
But if you're Neymar, you're like, you know what? I've not had the greatest of seasons at Santos. Like,
he's hardly played.
I've got injury problems. He's lucky to be in it with João Pedro not in the squad as well, which is strange.
Very strange.
You can see why, and all the players love him as well.
If all things go according to plan, we should play in Miami in the quarters. Yeah,
in quarters.
You fancy us against them?
I would fancy us against them. Yeah, I don't think they're anything to be frightened of, but if they make those changes, Martinelli can be a game changer. Cunha's a top player. Endrick, Ryan, they've got options to mix that team up, haven't they?
What time is it? It's 8:45. Costa Carl, any sign of? I mean, it's embarrassing, isn't it? He's downstairs, is he? Has he got a beard? Is he 5'10"? Has he got Henry's hair? And is he 28?
You know, sometimes,
we'll
mate, when I don't want it now.
I know what you mean.
You know, like it's too late. Like, you know,
there's a window.
Restaurant.
Window.
Like, okay, you took an hour.
Yeah.
No, just take it back. I'm okay.
I'd rather have Jack Whitehall coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Is he next? Brilliant. Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Right, it's only about an hour and 15 left. So, in an hour's time, former Dutch defender Mario Melchior will be joining us to look back at their frustrating draw against Japan. Former Scotland striker Ross McCormick will be with us to discuss how far the Tartan Army can go after their first World Cup victory for 36 years against Haiti. And when we come back, Jack Whitehall will be joining us in the studio. That was all thanks to our friends at Travis Perkins. It's 8:46.
Superstar Breakfast Preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With pay-as-you-go hire from Travis Perkins, you can get straight on with the job. Available nationwide at all hire branches.
For you, Carl, obviously playing right back, you'd have played against these two guys, and we don't quite know which one will start, and that's Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. Now, you've played against both. I'm not going to say which one's better, but what differences are there between the two, and what makes both of them as good as they are? Obviously, Rashford being at Barca, Anthony Gordon just got the move to Barcelona. What are the differences between the two?
I think that just says it there. There's not really much with one team signing them both, and wanting to take them because they fit the personality that they want to play the game at. I think, listen, they're both extremely quick players, and they both got an eye for goal as well. The main thing is that I feel that in tournaments that I've played in previously to this, there's not been many other goals than Harry Kane, and that's what we need to find. And as having one of them on the pitch, with Bakaya or Noni on the other side, I think they need to bring some goals into it.
The fullback situation. Reece was a little bit more reserved last night than O'Reilly. O'Reilly, we know he's a midfielder that plays left back. He's an 8 that can be a 10. He's incredibly talented. I mean, you'll know all about him, right? Reece, I felt, was a little bit more structured to his game. And maybe that's because of his hamstrings. Maybe they're managing that. I know at Chelsea they've had to manage that because there is some fragility in and around there. How important is that, though, that Nico Riley does that job on that side? Because his link-up play is exceptional. He really is a major talent.
I think you can't take that away from Nico. What he's done at Manchester City and arriving in the box in areas that you don't expect a left-back to get into just shows what he does offensively. But I think Reece James played a very intelligent game last night,
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
It's 8:50. Good morning, everyone. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. And, of course, the World Cup is well and truly underway. We'll be gearing up to finally watch England kick off their campaign in a few days' time. But our next guest, instead, we did a bit of this. Yes. A bit of North London forever, because we're joined in the studio by a comedian, massive gooner, the legend that is Jack Whitehall. Hello, Jack Whitehall.
Good morning, Jack. You okay, mate?
How are you?
Throw that back already. They said, come in, talkSPORT studio, we talk about the World Cup for a little bit.
Yeah.
I got my England hat on, not my Arsenal hat, especially around you two.
Oh.
You don't want to talk.
What are we doing?
No, it's nothing to do with me, it's him.
Me?
You're wearing a PSG shirt.
Exactly,
last time I
at
saw
Soccer
you.
Aid.
Yeah, at Soccer
Yeah,
Aid.
but I wasn't dancing around. That was before the game.
No, but you knew what you was doing, Andy. You told me you was going to wear that.
You knew what you
That was a David Beckham shirt. I just thought I'd wear it because it looked cool.
And he's your mate.
Yeah, exactly that reason, yeah. How are you, Jack? You well?
I'm good, thank you.
You were on the pitch. Should we talk a bit about Arsenal? You were on the pitch, right, at Palace?
I was on the pitch.
How did that happen? Were you a Piers Morgan +1?
I was a Piers Morgan +1, yeah. I think they genuinely thought I was one of his sons. That's how I got down there onto the pitch. But I very much had in my head, I was like, all I could think about was Salt Bay. And I was like, don't get yourself cancelled. Like, just be careful.
He's not been forgiven for that, has he?
I know. And I was like, you just need to be respectful.
Yeah.
This is their moment. It's not about you. If you see the trophy, just steer clear.
Must have been a great feeling, though, to be on the pitch, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was great. It was a great atmosphere and a great day. And yeah, very, very privileged to be in a position to be down there, sort of celebrating in and amongst it. But
you get your hands on the trophy, you kiss it?
No, there was no kissing.
You didn't do
There was no kissing. There was a couple of selfies, but I let Piers have his. Sorry, the Arsenal team have their moment.
It's a weird feeling, isn't it, when you're down as a grown man seeing these players that are, I don't know how old you are, but some of them are younger than you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you regress into being 10 again, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a little brief moment where Max Dowman walked past and I was sort of fawning over him. I was like, a 16-year-old kid. I'm like, hi, so nice to meet you. Well done.
Like 50-year-old men will have Dowman on their back.
I know.
It's a very strange world we live in, isn't it?
Football does that to you, though.
Yeah. Are you an actor or a comedian? What's top of your CV at the moment? Because you are in a new cinema adaptation of Virginia Woolf's Night and Day alongside Lily Allen.
In that one, I'm definitely an actor.
Okay.
Although, I don't know, some critics may see it and say I'm still a comedian.
I'm sure you're wonderful in it. What do you prefer, Jack?
I love doing both, and whatever I'm not doing is the one I sort of pine for. So if you're on a set, it can get quite boring, and you're having to do the scenes over and over again, and it's a long shoot, and I'm just desperate to get back up on stage in a comedy club. But then again, if I'm doing a long tour, eventually you get bored of the material and the sound of your own voice, and you're like, oh, it'd be quite nice to be on a set with a load of other people.
Do you get nervous when you're up there? Because there's so many people depending on you getting that scene bang on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get a little bit more imposter syndrome when I'm doing films and I'm on a set with, like, in that movie, it's people like Timothy Spall, who's like one of the country's best actors, and I'm in a scene with him, and I'm like, what am I doing here? So yeah, I definitely feel more intimidated when I'm sort of playing in that world.
Talk to us about this tour, though, because I'm looking at the dates here.
Look at the name of it.
And I'm looking, I'm looking at 20 dates in the space of a month.
Yeah.
That must be so tiring. I feel tired looking at it.
It is tiring, but I don't know. Once you sort of get momentum and you're on the road, you sort of get swept up by it. And I do love it. The buzz of being up on stage in front of your fans in an arena and doing stand up is the best. And you can be, live and reactive, do crowd work. You can change the material. You can be. Do topical stuff. It's the best. I love doing.
You're doing only one night in Birmingham, but you're doing two in Plymouth, right?
Yeah. In Bournemouth.
Why is that? Only one in Birmingham?
No, it's
one in Manchester.
Well, it's just a bigger venue in Birmingham. You have to do a couple of nights in Plymouth to do the same numbers. It's not favouritism.
Okay. No. You're getting upset though, Jack.
I love Birmingham.
I just thought it because of me in a PSG shirt, and then you. Do you know what I mean?
What, that I'm avoiding the areas associated with Gabby?
The whole tour change.
Yeah.
How many nights we do? Right, forget that. How do you change your act depending, not necessarily in this country, but where you are performing? Because obviously some jokes are going to work maybe north of the border compared to south of the border, or not.
Yeah, you definitely tweak it a little bit, and there's some comedy cheat codes as well.
Yeah. Do you have mates
chucking down the road under the bus?
Do you have
wherever you are?
Do you have mates come up to you and go, Jack, you'll like this one. This is a good one. You'll like this joke. It goes like, and then they explain how the joke should be told.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. You still, and to this day, get people pitching you ideas for hilarious stories that they think would make a great routine, and you listen to it and you're like, have you ever seen stand-up comedy before? How could they? Or like something horrendously offensive as well. It's like, you should put this in your act. It's like, would you want me to get cancelled? Like, absolutely.
You have to be careful now, though. With with comedy and what you actually say.
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to be a little bit more careful. But weirdly, I feel like with live stand-up, you can get away with a lot more. And I feel like maybe even in the last sort of 5 years, I think there's been a little bit more of a shift back in, like a little bit of a recalibration. And I think that, you can say
for certain comedians there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put you in that genre without a doubt. But I think others don't go near it.
But some do, like the Kevin Hart roast.
Oh my God, that was insane.
I'm watching it, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes, aren't they?
The roast is meant to be like that, isn't it? It's meant to be above and beyond.
Yeah.
But my problem is, I think I try and turn things into a roast that aren't a roast. Like the Brits, I'm like, oh, this could be like a roast, and then I try to do roast jokes within the Brits, and then it's like, no, this is like primetime ITV. But it's a family audience.
I thought your gags at the Brits were fantastic, right? But that is the most difficult gig, I think, for a comedian, because primarily people are going there to see the winners and hear music.
And get drunk.
And get incredibly drunk.
Incredibly drunk.
And also in such a big room that it's almost like, it's like whoever it is, not you, but it's almost like, can we get on with it so I can drink more alcohol?
Exactly.
And
it's the weirdest show to do ever, because also you have this weird little grace period at the beginning where you come on and for 2 minutes you feel like, you're the greatest showman, and you're there and you've got all the eyes on you and they love you and it's amazing. And so you got 2 minutes of the greatest showman and then 3 hours of being a Wetherspoons bouncer at closing time. And you're just there, trying to keep everyone in their seats, or stop them from standing up on the tables. I mean, in the one in Manchester was even more carnage than I've ever experienced.
I want to talk World Cup football to you, but just quickly on the back of that, have you ever nicked a Brit? Have you got one home?
I've got, they give you one each year.
Oh, okay, fine.
But they give you one each year for hosting it. So I've got 6 Brits now, and they're not on my shelf because it just feels like a bit of a pity Brit. I haven't really earned that. Someone writes an incredible heartfelt album and wins their Brit Award, and then I just get given one for turning up, basically.
One of them.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about the World Cup. What are you watching England game Wednesday? What are you doing?
I'm watching it with some mates in a pub. We booked a little space, and we're going to go watch the first game.
All right, how do you think we'll get on?
Yeah, I'm actually feeling quite optimistic now. That last warm-up game, I thought we looked pretty good, and I think Thomas Tuchel's a good tournament manager, and I feel like, there's been a lot of chat about the squad selection, but I feel like we've got a really good, strong starting 11 and some game-changing players, and I think
we do this quite a lot, and the producer wanted me to ask you the question. Arsenal win the Champions League, or England win the World Cup?
England winning the World Cup.
Oh, I like that.
England winning the
World
Cup. You lie, you're such a liar.
I thought about it a lot more when he asked me a couple of weeks ago.
He looked away.
I did.
Yeah. If we asked you at the beginning of the season, that's changing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's changing, yeah.
Jack, thanks so much for coming in.
Yes.
You know what's really funny? I saw you at Soccer Aid about 2 weeks ago, and now I'm looking at you. It looks like you've just woken up.
What, today?
You look really tired today. You all right?
Yeah.
What time did you get up?
I'm fine.
Because you got a little baby as well, right?
I got a little baby.
So I'm guessing you're getting no sleep.
Yeah. I was woken up with a high kick to the face this morning, and I'd stayed up to watch some of the football as well. And you're reminded why you don't do that when you have a toddler. Those games are not meant for you.
You need
so
to sleep.
Yeah,
I'll do the feed during the night. Perfect time to do that, isn't it? Perfect time.
It is.
Next 6 weeks, I'll book them in. Yeah. You look great. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow.
Apart from that,
you are a fickle mister.
Do you know what? When I said that, genuinely, I was looking at your hair.
My hair?
And your hair does look good.
Yeah, but your Barnet is always impeccable. You're the Mikel Arteta of Talk Radio.
Is that a compliment or?
No, you just got really
you need, Jack?
consistent hair.
You need Goldstein's Golden Paste.
Goldstein's Golden Paste.
I'll get you a tub in a minute.
Okay.
It's available.
That sounds so dodgy.
No, it's real.
It's real?
Yeah.
No, okay, sorry. I went to a boarding school. You can't say things like that to me.
Lucky I didn't offer you a biscuit.
Yes, exactly.
Jack, thank you so. Don't Google that one. Thank you so much for coming in, Jack. A real pleasure.
This actually was a real pleasure.
Yeah.
I thought it might not be when I walked in and saw his face.
come on.
We may see you in America, right? We may see you out in America.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going out there for a bit. That'd be nice. Okay. We've got just an hour left of the breakfast show. Big thanks to the wonderful Jack Whitehall. Make sure you go watch his movie and see stand-up as well. I'm guessing only a few tickets, if any, remain, so get them quickly. Last hour of the breakfast show coming up with me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Right after this, it's 9:01.
First player up front I've gone for Neymar.
No, mate, honestly.
What do you mean? Don't start. I'm giving Neymar a free roll as well.
Mate, Neymar, the most overrated footballer of his generation. I'm not having it.
Conde, don't.
No, I'm not having it.
Don't,
no,
mate. I'm
not
a
having
big
it.
Neymar.
No, he
doesn't overrate.
He does. The most overrated footballer of his generation.
Oh my God.
Right.
At Barca.
No, not having him. Not having him. Not having him.
Joking.
No, not having it. Nope. That's the music stopped.
Conde, please,
No.
mate.
No, not Neymar.
Who's a better player? Neymar or Hazard?
R9. Oh, give me Hazard every day of the week, mate.
Oh,
mate, give me. Is it? No, don't get me on the Neymar.
Okay. R9's playing with him. R9's
take Neymar out.
But
No,
mate, come
no,
on. Neymar.
no,
Pace.
no,
Skill.
No, he's got a heart the size of a.
Yeah, but mate, he made you enjoy football watching him.
No, he made.
That's a typical centre half.
No, do you know? No, give me R9. Right, I'm not having Neymar. Not at any price.
Neymar, Suarez,
No,
Messi.
no, give me Hazard. Give me anyone. You don't want Neymar in your team, mate.
What do you mean?
You don't want Neymar in your team.
What he won with Barca?
What he won?
Well, he's part of it, mate. He was outstanding. Conde, come on.
No. Here's a stat. When he left Barcelona, he never won a major honour again. And don't give me...
He left Barca for the dough, didn't he? Obviously, to PSG.
Well, that goes down as a black market in my book.
know, but...
No.
Conde, we've become very close, mate.
No, I know, but we're going to fall out of a Neymar.
Yeah, it could be, mate.
No.
Please, mate.
No.
Wow.
No.
I got...
No. Scrub him out.
Let's break.
Scrub.
All right. He's out. Thiago's in. Thiago, you in from Brentford?
In 1994, FIFA looked at the United States and said, yes, this is the perfect place for a World Cup. To the average US sports fan, a 0-0 draw sounded less like a sporting event and more like a coding error. The greatest show on earth coming to town would soon change that. Because it was America, they didn't just host the World Cup, they supersized it. The opening ceremony was like a Super Bowl halftime show and saw Diana Ross miss a penalty from 6 yards out, wide of a goal designed to collapse as the ball hit the net. Despite the miss, the goal collapsed anyway. Classic Hollywood. When the matches started, something weird happened. Americans actually showed up. Sure, half the crowd were probably wondering when the quarterbacks were coming on, but the energy was infectious. The cultural mashup was glorious. International fans arrived expecting traditional football fare and found stadiums pumping out star-spangled scoff snacks. For the US, nothing said the beautiful game quite like a processed platter. And the heat. Games were played in blistering midday sun to please European TV audiences. Players were practically melting on the pitch, while fans in the stands were getting sunburns shaped like replica jerseys. Can you imagine the tan lines if England were there? Nightmare. On the pitch, we got pure theatre. Bebeto's baby rocking celebration, Maradona's last international hurrah, and ultimately a final that ended in the most American way possible, a dramatic shootout, with Baggio launching his penalty straight into the California stratosphere. To this day, 1994 remains the most attended World Cup in history. The total for the 52 games, 3.5 million. That's an average of 68,000 per game. America didn't just survive the invasion of a foreign sport, it birthed Major League Soccer because of it. Beckham Messi, they don't go if it wasn't for USA 94. Turns out all it took to hook the States on the world's game was a little bit of 90s magic and a whole lot of nacho cheese.
Well, Matt, to the last hour of the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Buy a used car in their upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that on our desks, and I hold it up, we have our Costa coffee.
Yes.
A big thanks to Costa Coles in the gallery now. The reason he was late, the reason Gabby was slagging him off, is because, get this, he woke up at 3:30, or he left at 3:30 this morning. He lives in Somerset.
Cornwall way.
And came all the... I mean, they're freezing cold, the drinks, but maybe get them at a store around London would have been... how nice is that?
I appreciate that, mate. And I feel a bit bad moaning, I said it before the break.
Oh, yeah, hold on. So I asked Gabby about 7:30, when he should have arrived, what Costa Car will look like. Now, we can see Costa Car.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll ask... I'll tell you what you said, and you can tell me how you got on.
Okay.
So the first thing you said, he had a beard. Costa Car, does he have a beard?
Tick.
He does have a beard,
Oh,
yeah.
tick, Edward.
Ding! Something like that. So, no, DJ, not do it.
No.
One button you got to find.
Honestly, mate, he's trying to find it.
Do you know what I mean?
Honestly.
Just one job.
It's
Look,
incredible,
I'll tell you what,
isn't
let's
it?
not move on till he finds the tick. There you go, he's found it. Well done.
Incredible.
You said he was 5'10".
I think he's not far off. I reckon 5'9".
5'9". 6 foot, you wish.
Yeah.
5'10".
5'9". He's not,
You're 6 foot in heels, yeah? 5'10".
I think I got that right, mate. Yeah.
I'll give you another tick. Yeah. You said he had Henry's hair.
That's
very
Henry.
similar to Henry's
Henry.
hair.
Yeah, that's not far off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit greyer. All right, but you've got the same amount. I can see all three.
Okay, yeah.
So there's, you said, he might have, you said he was 28.
Yeah, but he could be 28 because...
I don't think he could. He was once.
What people with grey hair can't be in their 20s? Remember Ravanelli at Middlesbrough?
You're comparing Costa Carl to Ravanelli.
He had a full head of grey hair.
Yes, he did.
In his 20s. So for all we know, Costa Carl could be in his 20s.
Costa Carl, how old, are you older than 28? 54, 57, 52. It's like there's a tic-tac man in there. 47. 47.
Close.
So, well,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
that's a cross.
double it, you're closer.
Yeah, that's a
a no. And you said he'd come in with jeans, a T-shirt, and
Has
a
he got
jacket.
jeans on?
You got jeans on? Yeah, and he's got a
Jeans
T-shirt.
and T-shirt. Oh.
You should work for the police.
I've done well, mate.
You haven't committed a crime recently, have you?
I should be a spy, maybe.
Wow,
For the
good
government.
work. Good work.
Thank you, mate. But we have to say another thank you for Costa Express.
Carl, superstar.
Thank you, and yeah, can't wait for tomorrow.
Do you like the way...
Who's coming tomorrow?
Hey, you're going back to Somerset tonight. I like the way he's dragged his mate along for the journey.
Yeah, I like that. He's picked his mate up from Reading.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah, come with you to meet Gabby, see what he's like in real life. I'd love to go. Good work. Thank you for that, both of you, for coming down.
Well, thank you to Costa Express.
Yeah.
Tastes good as well, mate.
Oh, do you know what?
Best.
If we had a gold card and we could have one of these every single day and leave it here on the talkSPORT desk, how good would that look for them? Brand management.
Mate, we smell good with the Shore deodorant.
Yeah, we do.
We're hyper now after coffee. Just
Oh, imagine if we got the hat trick, right? So we had the Costa Express, right?
Yeah.
We had the Shore, and then waiting for me outside, I had my own Lamborghini.
Oh, imagine that.
How nice would that be?
Just for the day.
Just for the year.
Wouldn't get far though, mate, around here.
Doesn't matter. I'd look
20 more
good.
an hour.
I'd look good. Right. If you're waking up this morning and you're thinking, what's been going on in the world of football? I can tell you Sweden completed a 5-1 rout against Tunisia. That was about an hour ago. Before that, Amad Diallo scored a 90th minute win against the Ivory Coast against Ecuador. And if you had a very, very early night, Japan, they snatched a late equaliser against the Dutch to draw 2-2. Don't forget, of course, loads more to come today with Spain against Cape Verde, Belgium against Egypt, and Saudi Arabia against Uruguay, all live on talkSPORT. But now, Scotland ended their 36-year wait for a victory in a World Cup thanks to a 1-0 win against Haiti. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
It is the pinnacle of the beautiful game, the global game. Now it's the turn of the Scots. Low ball in Adams, what a save! Up to McGinn! Deflected in! Super John McGinn! It's Scotland's first goal at a World Cup for 28 years!
Partner Army behind me, up on the barriers, going absolutely wild.
We talked about having a lead for half-time. We've got it. Now we've got to go and build on that. Brilliant.
Scotland are off and running at the World Cup. More than 10,000 days had passed since Scotland last saw a World Cup goal. A whole generation of fans have waited for a moment like this. It's Haiti 0, Scotland 1.
Yeah, an amazing victory. Let's get more on this now. So a very good morning to former Scotland striker Ross McCormack joins us. Ross, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ross.
Morning, guys. How we doing? You two shouldn't be allowed to work together. Yous are crazy, yous two.
In a nice way.
In a very nice way, yeah. It's brilliant show, love it.
Do you know what else is crazy, Ross?
Thanks,
that the beating that you and Chris Iwelumo give Andy and Bentley hasn't been mentioned enough, has it? When you knocked them out of the paddle tournament?
Even I get asked to come on and talk about the World Cup. I thought it was a paddle World Cup, Gabby.
I was injured that day.
Bentley weren't happy, was he, Ross?
We'll have a rematch.
Bentley was not happy.
You know, the funny thing was, Bentley was going off his head when Goldstein was missing a shot. And then Bentley missed the shot and Goldstein looked at him and thought, no, I'm not going to give him it here.
What's amazing about that is throughout the whole match, Bentley didn't once realise that I'm not actually a professional paddle player.
Yeah, that guy, the professional who played, was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
What happened in the semi-final?
Yeah, I thought you were going to win it easily, you two.
Yeah, I think we got told by the talkSPORT production team that we weren't allowed to win against England.
And rightly so as well, by the way, Ross.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about Scotland. Let's talk about John McGinn. Is he a certified legend now?
Ah, he's got to be, yeah. I was just listening to the stats there. 1,000 days since Scotland scored a World Cup goal. It's absolutely incredible. 1,000, is it 10,000, sorry? But absolutely brilliant. I would have loved it to have been a better goal and probably a better performance because it was a little bit hairy in the end, wasn't it? We were not hanging on as such, but yeah, it didn't look great. But listen, I think when we get to the quarter-final, no one's going to be chatting about that game.
What do you think as well, Ross? Because before the game, a lot of ex-Scottish players were saying should win this game 3 or 4. Haiti aren't great. But to win 1-0, do you think that could affect Scotland qualifying? Goal difference-wise?
I'm not sure, Gabby. Listen, what I will say is I was probably one of them that kind of expected to go and score 2 and 3 goals. And then when you sit back and actually analyse it, you're at the World Cup. No game's going to be easy.
Yeah.
You know, Haiti have thumped New Zealand. They've done well against Peru. So, I mean, Scotland aren't a big enough nation to go and expect to beat anyone at the World Cup 3-4-5-0. So, listen, we take the 3 points and we move on. Watching the Morocco-Brazil game, who's to say that we can't go and get a point against any of them?
Yeah.
Scotland can be horrible to play against.
Who would you fancy getting a point off out of those two teams? Because I think this sounds insane to say. I think you've got more chances of nicking a point off Brazil. And even when that comes out my mouth, I'm thinking, is that right? But that's just how I saw that game the other night.
Yeah, it sounds crazy to say it, but I agree with you. I think Morocco are they're a well-oiled machine, aren't they? They've got a lot of good players, but none that you would sort of think are, global superstars in terms of, you look at Rafinha, Vinny Jr., guys like that who would, strike fear into anyone. But I just feel as if they can be a little bit more open, Brazil, and, the longer the game goes on, if it's 0-0, they're going to be throwing bodies forward. I think that could play a little bit into Scotland's hands as well. So I'm with you. I think there's probably more a chance of getting a point against Brazil, which sounds ludicrous to say.
Do you think the formation changes? Because 4-4-2 obviously played in the last game. I don't think he plays 2 strikers, does he, against Morocco or Brazil? But if he goes to a 3-5-2, Ross, then Ben Doak, where does he play? Because he's arguably Scotland's biggest threat, isn't he, going forward?
Yeah, Gabby, I don't think they'll go to a 3-5-2, but I think they'll bring another midfielder in, which will free McTominay up to play in behind. I would probably go with Shea Adams for his pace and his movement, to be honest with you. So if he's up front on his own, McTominay in behind, I would probably bring Christie into the midfield, and that shows it up a little bit. You know, 2 up front's probably okay against Haiti, but you can't be too open against, you know, the likes of Morocco and Brazil, because they will find the gaps.
Yeah, if you don't qualify, if you don't get out of the group, is it failure?
Oh.
There's another statement. Another statement that sounds ludicrous to say, but I would say so, yeah.
I thought I'd load that question. Is it?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, it sounds absolutely crazy, but 3 points more or less, you know, is good enough to, you know, get a lot of teams out of the group.
It's happened before, though, hasn't it, Ross, where Scotland have lost out on goal difference?
Gabby, it would just be such a Scottish thing to happen, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Ross, listen, I know you're in the middle of your Uber round, but thanks for taking a break.
I'll take my hat off for the call.
Top man, Ross.
Thanks, Ross.
See you guys.
What a superstar he is. Right, when we come back, we're going to focus on 3 more games in the World Cup, all live on talkSPORT. Spain in action against Cape Verde, Belgium, Egypt and Saudi Arabia against Uruguay. We'll be focusing on all 3 right after this. It's 9:17, everyone.
I think you've got a couple of positions that Rashford, Gordon, the centre halves. I know Peter
Saka one on the, you know, how fit is Saka?
Yeah, how fit is B? I think you look at it, Morgan Rogers. The big one is Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham. Who's going to start? Who's not going to start? Can you fit them both into?
Who's starting?
No, Benny, come on. For me, Morgan's had a fantastic couple of years at Aston Villa. A fantastic couple of years. And to see what he's done for Man City when I played with him when he was coming up through the youth team, to then go and do what he's done now, it's not shocked me, but it's a great step in the right direction to where he wants to be. But I think Jude's done it for season in, season out. Obviously, he's had a little bit of an injury season, we're going to say, but Jude's quality is still there.
Let me ask you then, Charlie, because you've been an outside perspective, because all the fans, obviously English fans, are going to say, we're going to win it. And after last night, we're definitely going to win it. After what you saw last night, I know you're going to say England are one of the favourites, but can you see England winning it, or do you still think there are other nations out there that look better?
No, I do think there is other nations that have got a real good chance. I think I look at the Netherlands and I think they're probably a little bit of an outsider. But looking at the odds today, it's, you know, Brazil are probably, and Argentina, 2 South Americans. You'd expect a South American team to go there. I think it's a shootout for me between France and England. That's what I believe. I think that England have got a brilliant chance. Thomas has made the decision to go and leave these players, Foden, Palmer out, and he's made that decision. And I thought England were really good last night. I thought they'd go and like I say, for me, Stones plays because he can control the game for you in the heat. He's very good with the ball. Mark Gahey, very good with the ball. I just thought that partnership could really dovetail really well for England. And I think, and I've said it last Qatar tournament, I think England are really, really strong and they've got a good opportunity of winning this. As a Scotsman, would I like to see it? Absolutely not. but for my son who was born in England, I would love to see for him the opportunity of England winning a major tournament.
Hello, I'm Matt Fordham from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
I like Ross, by the way, but I didn't like the way he said we shouldn't be allowed to work together.
No, I think it's because it was too much for him to handle this early in the morning.
That happens a lot with me. People say that about me and Cundy, me and you. It's not nice, mate.
So no one should work with you. That's
the
the theme. Yeah.
Poor Gabriel.
It's 9:22. Good morning, everyone. This is the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein and Gabby Agbonlahor. Right, time now to round up all the latest tournament action with the wonderful people at Burger King.
The Breakfast Briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
The greatest cup competition in world football.
This is the World Cup breakfast menu.
Where's Burger King Bob?
Do you know what I mean, mate? I'm starving.
Oh, do you know what? I know it's only 9:22. I could murder a Whopper.
Oh, mate.
I'm just thinking about the onions and all.
Andy, there's something amazing about a freebie. I love a freebie, mate. I love a freebie.
No better feeling.
Oh, they're not paying for things. Oh,
Whopper fries. Imagine that. We're having our Costa and we got onion rings on the desk.
If anyone from Burger King is listening...
You got 38 minutes to get to the studios.
The staff are starving.
Right.
Look at him. Look at him. Nothing on him.
Right, time for our new feature, Breakfast World Cup menu, where we explore a World Cup team that's playing tonight. So you, the listener, can find out a bit more. We bring you 4 more games: Iran against New Zealand. That's at 2 a.m. Set your alarms. Saudi Arabia against Uruguay, Egypt against Belgium. But before those, the European champions Spain, they're in action tonight against the mighty Cape Verde. So we thought we'd educate Gabby, and more importantly, you, the listener, about a team ranked 67 in the world. Firstly, here's our European football genius, Andy Brassel, with more.
There are just so many brilliant stories of the players who are there. You know, you look at Stopira, 38 years old, has just come off scoring the winner in the Portuguese Cup final against the holders and outgoing champion Sporting for Torrens, the second division side. Of course, you have some interest from the Republic of Ireland as well, with Roberto Lopez, or Pico as he's otherwise known. But at Shamrock Rovers, he got the call for Cape Verde on Facebook. From Shamrock to the World Cup, it's an absolutely brilliant story. It'll be hard for them, there's no doubt about it, but it's all about the experience.
Right, so that's the football side of things taken care of. But we've got 3 fun facts about Cape Verde, who are playing in their first ever World Cup. Right, one of them. Oh no, they're all real. Last time one was fake. Okay, they're all real.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to learn, right?
One of them, mate.
Ed, have you got some nice music to bubble underneath?
Good luck with that.
I mean, he spent about 3 hours finding a ding.
The only DJ with no music.
Number 3. What do you mean number 3? No, forget that. Is that what you've got? Just the right answer noise and what number?
Dinosaur DJ.
Just
Edward
nice
is
number 1. Nice music bubbling under. Something like that. All right, that'd be nice.
All right, leave him alone. He's getting angry.
Put your sandwich down. Right, Cape Verde is the 3rd largest nesting site for loggerhead turtles.
Oh, incredible.
You ever had a loggerhead turtle? You ever seen a loggerhead turtle?
No, mate, no. But that sounds interesting. I have to
A
try
loggerhead turtle?
Yeah. Where is Cape Verde, Andy?
Where in the world?
Yeah.
You know Venezuela?
Yeah.
It's a journey. Do you know where Cape Verde is?
I asked you the question, mate.
No, I'll tell you what we do.
No.
Ollie will know the answer to it, right?
Yeah,
we'll both have a guess whereabouts in the world it is.
Okay.
I mean, I've got literally no idea.
I've got no idea either.
Where do you
I
think
haven't got my ears in.
I know, that's cheating.
No, you've got yours in, I haven't.
I know, but they're not telling me anything.
Yeah, okay.
Cape Verde, I'm saying it's near Bournemouth. I've no idea.
Is it? I don't know, mate.
In my head, I've got
a Caribbean island sort of vibe.
Cape Verde.
Where is it, mate?
I don't know. No one's talking in my
No
ear.
one even knows. Do they know?
Ollie literally just said, it's put his hand to his head. Like, I don't believe what these 2 idiots are talking about.
Well,
he said, where did you say it is?
Where is it?
Western Africa.
That's it.
That's what he said.
On the border of the Caribbean.
That's a joke. I said a journey from Bournemouth, and it is. So 1 out of 1 for us.
Okay.
Cape Verde's waters are a breeding ground for humpback whales, and it's a major shark. Oh, shouldn't tell it. Major shark hotspot.
See, that's where I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, you don't.
Anywhere that has sharks, I'm not interested, mate.
Get this. It hosts over 60 species of shark and rays.
Nah.
Ray who? You who's Ray? Oh, is that what they call the majority of people called Ray over there?
think when you look at Bellingham, especially like the last game, he started the game and within the first 10 seconds, he'd pressed the ball and he went out for a throw-in, and that sets a tempo, doesn't it? But something about him, Neil, I'm with you. It's like he knows that this country should be winning World Cups, and he's got that bite about him when I watch him play.
It's just the arrogance. I love the arrogance. I must tell you, when he was at Birmingham, I remember playing against him. I think he was 16 years. I had a good, tough lad in midfield, and I said, listen, you're playing against a kid tonight. Just sort him out. You normal thing. Get stuck in, and he'll not want to know. And he actually ran the game, and I was watching him. I was thinking, bloody, I've never seen anybody like this at that age. He's amazing. He was.
You need the character. See, people sometimes in football, you need an arrogance about you. All right, yes. And to do what he's done at an age that he is, go to Germany. Now he's gone to one of the biggest, if not the biggest, club in the world, and he knows he feels like he belongs there. That takes a certain confidence and arrogance. And I think sometimes, Neil, it can be misinterpreted by the public. That there's an arrogance that they don't quite understand.
No, I think it is by the public, but I think managers, you want that bit of arrogance from players like him, because if you're going to win anything, your top players have got to come forward, and he's that one that when he's on fire, he knows he can do anything he wants in that middle, and I just love that, mate. I watched him in that 90 minutes, and I thought he was the one that really pleased me more than, even though I'm glad that we've gone back to the wide lads. I love the wide lads. Gordon, Madielka, Saka, Rashford. In playing them four, they could win us the bloody cup if they all get the finger out.
I think as well for me, Neil, in the last 6-7 months, all I've heard is, from some people in the media, idiots, I might call them, Bellingham. No, look what Thomas Tuchel said. He's made other players feel like they can't play, the pressure he puts on them. I'm like, if you're a senior pro and Bellingham's affecting your game, then you need.
Is this Star Wars?
No, this is.
I've got one more question for you, Gab. Right? While the music's on, the population of Cape Verde is how many? How many people live in Cape Verde?
Okay, and
no help. No help, please. No help.
All right, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 1 million. I'm gonna be safe.
Why have you said that?
I don't know, because I don't think it's a big country, but I don't know. I'm going safe with 1 million.
It's not too bad, actually. It's a good guess.
What,
Half a million.
See, that's fair.
Same as Bristol.
Is it?
Yeah.
Same as London Bridge. Don't go in the sea, guys.
Don't go in the sea on a roller coaster.
Andy, that's jokes aside, though. Like,
I don't want. You're gonna get me in trouble.
I don't want the kids when they're older. They have their kids. Oh, your dad's like, I loved my dad, but you know what? He got hit by a shark. Like, it's embarrassment for generations.
Very rare sentence, though.
No, but it's embarrassment for generations, mate.
Why is
400 years.
Why is it embarrassing if your dad gets eaten by a shark?
And then you tell someone... And
imagine the shark telling his mates, you never guess who I ate this morning.
The shark spits you out.
Remember Aston Villa? That was a round-up of all the action thanks to our wonderful friends at Burger King coming up. The Dutch drew 2-2 with Japan last night. So what went wrong for the men in orange? We'll talk about that right after this.
The Breakfast Briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Just one quick domestic story being reported that Brighton have made a £30 million offer to Spurs to Luka Vuskovic, who had a brilliant season, was one of the Bundesliga standout players last year. I think the optics of this, with the ownership, everything that went on last season, would be very poor. I mean, apparently it's a £30 million offer, but I just cannot believe Spurs would sell Vuskovic. They might loan him but they certainly won't be
Especially with
selling
Van
it.
Hecker in the
Because there is potential, and you don't want to get too much hyperbole, but this could be a generational talent that Tottenham have got, and 30's far too cheap.
It's a big call, isn't it? If you're Tottenham, because obviously they're bringing in reinforcements of their own. I think it's going to be a really busy summer, both in terms of incomings and outgoings. But this is a genuine offer from Brighton. I've not been told if it's been accepted or rejected yet. You would imagine it probably will be turned down. Not too many teams accept the first bid that comes their way. I think key. The player fancies the move. He fancies going to play for Fabian Herzl, who probably thinks he'll get more game time at Brighton, more of a pathway into the first team than he would at Tottenham. But you're right. I think the Spurs fans want to see him at some point in a Tottenham shirt playing week in, week out in the Premier League. So I'm intrigued to see how they respond to this offer.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Well, look, keep wearing the hell out of that hat and enjoy the game tonight, Crookie. Thanks for joining us.
Crookie. I will do. Cheers, guys. Keep up the good work.
It looks good.
There's Alex Crook there over in Dallas, where England will play their first game against Croatia. Luka Vuskovic, who's almost certain to start. I mean, he brings the average age of the Croatian team down by about 60 years because he's 19.
Scotland were made to wait over a quarter of a century between their appearances at World Cup finals. So long, many of their fans were unborn or in nappies when they were having that memorable summer across the Channel. Scotland's route to France '98 was relatively straightforward under Craig Brown, finishing second in qualifying Group 4, which back then was enough to go straight through to the finals. talkSPORT's very own Ali McCoist was at the centre of the big pre-tournament scandal, left out of the squad entirely at the age of 35. That's off the back of a season in which he'd scored 15 for Rangers. Brown would later describe his decision as a huge regret and would apologise. McCoist said being left at home was one of the biggest disappointments of his career. The tournament itself was an all-too-familiar tale of struggle for Scotland, defeat by way of an own goal against holders Brazil, a what might have been draw against Norway, and a crushing loss to Morocco would ensure Scotland were home before the postcards. Delimitri's World Cup song Don't Come Home Too Soon ringing in their ears, little did they know they'd not feature at a World Cup for another 28 years.
Morning, everyone. It's 9:36. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. To me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor with Arnold Clark, who are celebrating what's set to be a massive month of football, and you could be a huge winner in their June upgrade event. Now, we'll bring you more on the Dutchess draw with Japan last night in a set, but first, so Gabby has been telling us this morning how scared he is of sharks and how much it dictates his life, right? But now we're asking, should he actually be scared of cows? Because globally, how about this? Globally, cows kill an average of 20 to 22 people every year in America alone, right? And 4 to 5 in the UK. In contrast, shark attacks result in only 5 to 10 fatalities worldwide. So factually, cows are more dangerous statistically than a shark. Are you now scared of going to farms?
No, I can't take the kids to the farm.
You can't go
Thanks
to the
for
farm.
that, Andy. Cheers, man. Everything I can't do.
Ollie,
anyway, the farmer.
Ollie, our producer, told us that his words, a cow squared up to me.
Really?
And everything's a fight to Ollie. They run 30 miles an hour.
That's quick, that, mate. That's rapid.
I mean, they've got 4 legs, right? So they should be. But I look at a cow and I'm thinking, you ain't moving for no one.
I wouldn't think that. 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So cows as well. But mate, you say 5 to 10. I've done some research. There's 80 unprovoked shark attacks each year worldwide.
What do you mean unprovoked?
Unprovoked means like.
No, I know what it means. But
provoked is like if a fisherman is like provoking a shark.
What do you call him?
A fisherman.
Okay, right. Okay.
12 deaths yearly.
Depths.
Right?
Depths.
Well, 12
Yeah,
deaths.
go on, yeah.
Sorry, prodigy over here. Florida is number 1, and that's where I used to go a lot on the jet skis in Miami. I used to fall off and panic attacks, rightly so, because Florida's the worst. Then it's Australia, great whites.
Yeah, I would have told you that.
Yeah, I know.
But you're petrified of going to Brighton.
No, but I just feel like when you're there, man, not knowing what's underneath you, doesn't that come into your
That does freak me out a bit.
Just
I'll
get
be
pulled
honest.
under,
When
like,
I'm in the sea,
exactly,
and you look down and you can't see the bottom.
Mate.
That is
It's not nice, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would your worst fear be going on a roller coaster that's called the balcony, sat next to a shark?
Yeah.
That would be your worst.
Oh yeah, I would rather go on a roller coaster. I don't do roller coasters.
No, I don't either.
And I wouldn't jump out of a plane or anything, but I would do all that before jumping in the sea.
The plane, I don't think you would jump.
I
out of the
would,
plane.
mate, 100%, mate.
Can we set up if we arrange for you to do a parachute jump with someone strapped to you?
I would do that
for charity, yeah. Or for fun, you'd just do it.
I would do it, but I wouldn't want to do it.
No, but could we do that for
if
charity?
I had to choose.
Yeah, you do have to choose.
Okay, Andy, stop, mate.
We'll do it.
I don't even like taking off on a plane. on an Airbus, never mind jumping out of one. But I'd rather do that, mate, than jump in the sea.
All right. It's a bit weird.
Yeah,
fine.
Is what it is, mate.
Should we go back to the World Cup? Should we do that? The Netherlands, they kick-started their World Cup campaign in a frustrating fashion, actually. They let their lead slip twice in a 2-2 draw against Japan. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel.
The Netherlands, 3-time finalists, semi-finalists of the last Euros. Ryan Gravenberch, first time ball in from him. Van Dijk, 1-0. The Netherlands lead. It's Virgil van Dijk, nolling them in front. Netherlands haven't lost their World Cup opener since 1938. Right for the effort, deflected in, and it's 1-1. And the lead only lasted 5 minutes. It is Nakamura. Somerville across the face of goal and in. Dutch are back ahead, swept towards a penalty spot, and in for 2-2. It's a Gabba. They had all the makings when the draw was made of being one of the absolute picks of the bunch in terms of the group stage fixtures, and we weren't disappointed with a pulsating, dramatic second half.
Yeah, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk and West Ham winger Cryso Somerville were on target. Crescencio Somerville, on target before Palace midfielder Commander's 89th minute equaliser denied the Dutch all 3 points. After the game, talkSPORT's Jim Proudfoot warned that the Netherlands' fragile mentality could ultimately be their undoing this summer.
The Dutch were better than I thought they would be, but that little soft underbelly is there. You know, they've twice led that game and couldn't see it through. And I think that is going to cause some problems when they come up against real blue-chip opposition. They could easily play Brazil in the round of 32. And I didn't think an awful lot of Brazil yesterday. I don't know whether either of these sides would be able to beat Brazil, though. And I don't think the Dutch would be able to.
What's bizarre is before the tournament, a lot of people had the Dutch down as their dark horses. I never saw that. I saw that performance. I don't see it.
Do you know what? I looked at their squad when it got announced, and I remember saying on the show, like, they've got decent players all around the pitch, maybe on the attacking part. You look at the starting team yesterday, Verbruggen in goal, Van der Ven left back, Van Dijk, Van Heck from Brighton, right back Dumfries. You look at midfield, De Jong, who I rate highly from Barcelona, Gravenberch and Reinders.
He played well, by the way, Gravenberch.
Exactly. Then you've got Somerville off the right, you've got Gakpo off the left, you've got Marlon up front, you've got Depay on the bench, you've got Robbie on the bench, Nathan Ake come on. So they've got the players to do better, and at times they looked good yesterday. But I think Jim was perfect there. That soft underbelly of, like, you go 1-0 up, just hold on. You go 2-1 up, into the last few minutes and you concede from a set piece. Japan aren't the biggest side. They had definitely had a lot more height in that team, and you just can't hold on to the lead. I agree, and that's been the problem with the Netherlands for many years. They've had really good players, but they've not got over the line. I don't fancy them after last night's
Have you seen anyone that you think England couldn't beat yet?
No. I think if say we play Morocco, I think we'd beat them, but it'd be a tough game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they look organised. But I think a very good last night for Somerville.
Great goal.
He only got called up for this World Cup. He's had 2 caps in friendlies in the last 2 weeks, and then to score his World Cup debut, that's added some money onto the price of West Ham.
When you look at that, you sort of wonder. I mean, listen, it's one game, all right? But he looks so much better on the right. I know it's one game, but it seems to be, but in recent years, having someone that's brilliant, like Mohamed Salah, brilliant with the left, you put him on the right to cut in.
Do you know what, though? When I watch him on the left, he does look very good on the left as well. I watch him at Leeds and West Ham. But would he be as good as he was last night on the right in the Premier League for West Ham? Maybe when you've only had 2 caps, your 3rd cap last night for your country, you're sort of like, you know what, play me anywhere. I'm not going to moan. I'm not going to sulk. He was just happy to be out there. His celebration, running to Van Nistelrooy and hugging him. Maybe at times at West Ham, if he was put on that right-hand side, he'd probably be sulking a lot. Why am I on the right? I'll play better on the left.
Yeah.
For your country, just get on with it when you've only had 2 caps.
Yeah.
That's what I saw last night from him.
But you're not going to get a goal like that for West Ham if you're playing on the left.
No, I know, but he has scored goals where he has cutting off left-hand side and whipped it in. But what a finish, by the way, to cutting on your weaker foot. I've been there, mate. I've scored goals like that, but I've also missed goals where you just think, I'm going to put my foot through it, my weaker foot. But the way he just guided it in, that's a great technique off the post.
Elsewhere, Sweden, they tonked Tunisia 5-1 in the early hours this morning. Prem stars Isak and Gyökeres also on the score sheet. Brighton's IR hit 2 screamers to start and finish the game. The manager, Graham Potter, was full of praise for him.
Well, I mean, he's played a lot of games in the Premier League. It's not like he's come from nowhere, but we've got a lot of good players. And the challenge is that we have to be a team. We have to find a way that brings out the best in all the players we have. And it's tough for a coach at the moment to pick, because there's so many that deserve to play and so many that could play. All of them can. And I think that's why I was really pleased with the energy of the subs, the energy of the group, how everybody was ready to come on and help and play, and you could tell that with how everybody impacted the game.
How important do you think Isak and Gyökeres are for Sweden this tournament?
Very important, but when I watched the highlights of the game, mate, this morning, wow, Tunisia. For Gyökeres' goal, the midfielder defender gets the ball, mate, blind, just runs into players. And I've seen that a lot so far in this tournament. I've seen it in the first game between Mexico and South Africa, where the midfielder receives the ball straight. You've got to be on the half turn. I'm not a midfielder, but when I did play in the number 10 position sometimes, you've got to be on that half turn, loses the ball. Look at Mark Bosnich earlier. He said Australia playing to their strengths. They sit back, they don't take any risk, and they're playing a counter-attack. Tunisia, you've got Isak and Gyökeres, and you're playing blind. If you lose the ball, they're through and they score. It's just the way the game's gone now. Everyone wants to play the same style of football. You haven't got the players.
No,
mate, we tried it with Paul Lambert, Aston Villa. Playing out from the back, because Paul Lambert had been to go and watch Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich, and you come back, and we tried to play like that. The whole end were booing, because it would break down in midfield. We're trying, myself, Andy Weimann and Benteke were stood up front, just standing there, the ball wouldn't come to us. It's not for everyone.
No, of course
if you're not good enough,
know your strengths.
Play to your strengths.
You're right. Coming up, we've only got about 10 minutes left. Coming up, we'll hear from Jordan Henderson, who has come to the defence of his teammate, Jude Bellingham. That is coming up right after this. It's 9:46.
What about
the World Cup. Is the US of A ready for the World Cup? I went out with producer Luke and assistant producer Joe in the streets of Lower Manhattan yesterday, and we kind of gauged the feeling. You lot ready for this?
I think the country will probably be most into it right in the group stage because that's probably when we're going to do the best, unfortunately. You know, I think there are great soccer towns in America. I'm not sure New York is one of them.
Not that much this year, to be honest. With the Knicks in the finals, I think that's taken the attention of the city.
It doesn't sound like they're buying tickets, so I mean, only so much. Yeah. I mean, they're not really buying into it. They didn't. Did they not sell out the first game? Is that what I heard?
I don't follow soccer that much, so no. And then as a person who lives here, it's going to be quite disruptive for us. So, you know, but hey, should be a good event, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's at MetLife Stadium, so there's a lot of attraction there. You know, the Giants play there, the Jets play there, so there's going to be a lot of people flying in from overseas to check out the games for sure. Yeah.
So it's the biggest World Cup ever. Might it be the best World Cup ever?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Knicks, you know, but we'll get to the World Cup when we get there.
Gotta watch some. Gotta support everybody.
Okay, and the USA are in it. Obviously, they're one of the host nations.
But we ain't gonna win.
No, who'll win it?
More likely gonna be Spain.
Yeah, probably. How's Birmingham, Alabama?
Hot, mosquitoes, a lot of loud talking people.
Birmingham, Alabama. Wow, as the song goes, that's where you can say howdy, y'all.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
It's 9:50. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show with me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Who's this? Do you know who this is?
Taylor Swift.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Is it? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
Miley Cyrus.
Same thing.
You're like, it's the same thing. It's the same person, isn't it?
Same thing, mate. Friends as well, they are.
Huh? What was your rant, by the way, about Taylor Swift? We never got to that. What was your problem with it?
I didn't have a rant.
Well, you had a problem with Taylor
I
Swift.
made that up, no. I've got no problem with Taylor Swift, mate.
Was she supporting the Knicks? You weren't happy with that?
If she's been a fan for, like, her life, I get it, yeah, but it's people that jump on the bandwagon.
Oh, okay.
Mate, I can't, mate. Like, after what happened with me with Louis Tomlinson and his fans, after I...
Oh, yeah, you broke his leg or something, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I just smashed him. You're on a football pitch.
Yeah.
Got about to handle the old shoulder barge.
Yeah.
So I don't want Swifties after me as well, mate. Like...
Swifties are the boy. You don't, apparently, you don't want a Swiftie near you.
It's been 12 years, mate. I think I've been forgiven by the...
Go on, see what happens. Slag off a Swiftie.
Swiftie, grow up.
Okay, do you like the music?
I can't stand it, mate.
Oh, he's going for the Swifties. Dangerous game to play.
Yeah, come find me. Everyone else hates me. I might as well.
Imagine if Sharks love Taylor Swift. You got a world.
I know.
Things we know this Monday morning. Good question, Goldstein. Graham Potter, Sweden side, they opened up their World Cup campaign with a 5-0 win over Tunisia. talkSPORT understands Arsenal in talks to sign Morocco midfielder Bouhaddi. The 18-year-old Lille player was a standout performer for Morocco in their 1-1 draw with Brazil.
Who says after him, sorry?
Arsenal.
Oh, be a great signing that, mate.
Getting younger and younger, Arsenal, aren't they? England's World Cup opener against Croatia draws ever closer. Midfielder Jordan Henderson, the oldest player in the squad, he's 35, spoke highly of Croatia's 40-year-old skipper, Luka Modric.
I'm not even just seeing this. For me, he's probably the best that I've played against in my career, midfield-wise. I think his career speaks for itself. But, yeah, I think he's a top world-class player. So hard to play against, the way he plays. I'm a big fan of his, and hopefully he doesn't perform as well as we know he can against us. But I haven't seen him have a bad game yet, so it'll be a difficult test, of course, for whoever plays in midfield. But yeah, for us, it's about focusing on ourselves, because it's not just him. There's other very, very good players in their squad as well. They're a good team. So it'll be a tough test for us, but one that we're looking forward to. And I feel like if we're the best version of ourselves, then we can cause them problems also.
Over 40s at the World Cup. Do you know who the oldest is at 43?
Craig Gordon.
Yeah. Scotland's goalkeeper is 43. Ronaldo is second, 41.
There's a few, isn't there? There's like 4 or 5, isn't there?
Modric is 40, yeah. Dzeko, 40. Manuel Neuer, 40.
I'm not being funny though, mate. Like, fantastic player, but there should be no issues in that midfield against Modric.
No, of course
not. There should be no issues, mate, because I watched him in the last tournament and he looked like he... I don't want to say it because obviously you can't get around the pitch at that age, but it's fantastic he's still playing. Outstanding player.
I'm sorry, are you saying they're too old?
I'm saying Modric. You shouldn't be fearing Modric, England's midfield.
Oh, you think
Rice, Bellingham, Anderson. I don't know.
I know, but he's got that killer pass in him.
I know.
He's always
mate,
got
but
that.
You shouldn't have the time when you're with the age of Bellingham, Rice, and Anderson.
The heat out there will slow everything down.
I know, mate, but like I don't see that being an issue. I really don't. No offense to Luka Modric, fantastic player. He was one of those players, mate. When he was at his peak, you try and press him. He's already popped it off and got a 1-2, and he's already
phenomenal.
Outside of the right boot passes, the goals he scored, fantastic player. But let's be honest, you should not be worried about Luka Modric.
I don't know, mate.
Come on,
I think you underestimate.
40 years old, mate. Like
it doesn't matter.
It does, mate.
I think in the heat, when the game's so much slower, it's just one pass. That's all it is. Bang. Outside of the right boot. How many times have we seen that?
Croatia haven't really got those players, mate, that run in behind with pace. They've not got... If Modric was playing and he had a Rashford and Gordon running behind, I'd say, okay,
maybe.
Still got that passing in, but they haven't really got that squad of players. We should not be worried about Croatia. We really shouldn't, honestly, mate.
Just a reminder, we got 4 games live on talkSPORT tonight. Spain in action against Cape Verde, Belgium against Egypt, Saudi Arabia against Uruguay, New Zealand against Iran. What would be a good result for Cape Verde against Spain? You said earlier on when we started the show, you think there could be a few 9s and 10s in this World Cup.
It's just you don't want to be embarrassed, do you? And like the difference, mate. If you're looking at Cape Verde to Spain, what are you talking about in, say, the English League? You're talking about like champions of England maybe playing against what? There'll be conference teams would beat Cape Verde.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like, mate, I think it could be 7, 8, 9.
Is that embarrassing for the World Cup?
I think it can be, yeah, because you don't want to see that. I mean, look at Curaçao last night, and you're like, you feel sorry for them for a bit. They'll be proud, of course, to score in a World Cup, but you don't want to see those big scores.
But you want to see goals, but at 1-1, I think it was about after 22 minutes last night, you were thinking, oh, and then, of course, they destroyed them.
Say Spain have scored 3-4 goals within 25 minutes. You start feeling sorry for teams.
Yeah.
It gets a bit embarrassing. We don't even be losing double figures in a World Cup.
No, you don't.
I think it will happen, mate, because as well, look at Balogun, scored 2. Havertz, you get 2 last night.
Yeah.
So these players want the golden boot. So when you're playing these weak teams, if you're tonight and you're Spain, you're like, Lamine Yamal, I want to score 3. Nico Williams, Ferran Torres, whoever you want to get on a score sheet. Okay, I scored at a World Cup. How many goals can I get? Because that top goal scorer will have a lot to do with who scores the most against these poor teams.
You're right. What would the score be in that one?
I think I'm going to go for 7-0. I really am.
Okay. Yeah. A quick word about Belgium against Egypt. That sees Kevin De Bruyne against Mohamed Salah.
I think that'll be tight, but I still fancy Belgium 2-0 to win. Yeah.
We've missed the golden generation of Belgium, really.
Yeah, Belgium. When they get to knockout stages, there'll be a lot of teams that will knock them out as well. They're not great defensively. They had their time when it was Vertonghen, Vermaelen. Do you remember?
Lukaku in his prime.
Yeah, Lukaku in his prime.
Kevin De Bruyne in his prime.
Mertens.
Hazard, of course, yeah.
They had so many good players. Witsel, Fellaini. That was their generation. Fellaini was good.
We can't go out on that note. Fellaini.
You're not right, Fellaini. He'd done his job, mate.
He was terrible.
He had a head like yours.
He was terrible. That's the only decent thing about him. He was terrible. We can't end on that note. I've really enjoyed today. It's flown
Always,
by.
mate, with
Thanks
you.
so
And
much.
be careful in the sea, whoever's on holiday.
Yeah. Or that roller coaster. A reminder, talkSPORT is your home of the World Cup. Make sure you join me and Gabby for another wonderful show from 6 a.m. We'll leave you in the very capable hands of Hawksby and Jacobs. They're up next. Keep it talkSPORT and Fellaini, yeah.
About, Napoleon, he done great, in the battle.
Locking on back in the UK, of course, and we're right across the lot. We mentioned earlier that Martin O'Neill has been installed at Celtic. Just in the passing, you're pleased for him. 1 year deal, Simon.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Martin, the only person that would have talked him out of that circumstance is Martin. So I think probably Martin would do a 1 with a rolling year.
Yeah.
So that puts him in a situation where you can see how he feels in a year's time. I don't even know why it was a conversation. I don't even know why it was a debate about whether Martin O'Neill should stay in place. I think it's the least they could have offered him. I hope they've remunerated him properly, and I hope that he continues to build on his legacy because I like him. Now, obviously,